Yes.
Hello and
Oh, wow, that was
welcome.
fast. Hello. You said we were going to start.
I said we're going to start. It's always best to surprise people. Hello and welcome. We are doing a build stream today, which is probably not what it says on YouTube because the restream on this computer logged out and I don't have the password. So I apologize for anyone who was clickbaited, but you still get to hang out with us and it's still going to be super fun.
Welcome. It
Hello.
is a chaotic time here for us at Six Sides. We've got... Is Devin there? I know Tommy's at Toronto Comic Con doing some fun
I'm pretty
shit.
sure Devin's there as well. Yes.
So they're over there doing all their fun stuff. March Madness has hit us very hard. I know I've been crazy busy. I believe most people have been crazy busy, Klaus and Helen included, and we want to make the finale of Floor 2, especially as long as it has been, as fantastic as it possibly can be. And that includes doing some fun stuff that you can see the corner of.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that in just a minute.
Yes.
We're doing something new with this one. Racer, thank you for the resub. Always the GOAT. And on Twitch, in case that wasn't apparent.
Beautiful.
And yeah, so we're going to be hanging out. We're going to be trying something new, which is we're going to try a sort of a 3D vertical map for the next leg of Deadliest.
Yes, and I am... Let me just make sure my computer's muted before I start opening shit.
Yeah, I was just visiting family, so you're just lurking. That is okay. We appreciate and support lurking. I hope the family visit goes well.
Honestly, I think we're just lurking today too, in a way. So
We kind of
hey,
are. It's true.
works out. I'm gonna pop.
I'm just
you
getting
guys
all my
out.
windows sorted here.
Yeah, so
I've
am
got
I,
too many
honestly.
things open. So we'll give it a minute. People are still filtering in, I think, but we will reveal what we're doing in a few minutes here. We were just talking about AI and how it's gonna take over everything and murder us all. Except maybe not the second part.
And of course, Adrian's excited about it.
I'm thrilled. I'm so excited about AI and taking over everything.
I was just talking about how I wished I was born in the 80s so that I could just like work in film and hand paint like scenery and stuff and not have to deal with this.
Which
but
is also fair. I mean, hey, look, I would be happy to go to an earlier, simpler time.
Mhm.
I'm also super chill with being like one of the last humans to ever actually like human.
I just want to build shit, man. I just want to build things with my hands, like the cigarette and like my hat and like the maps and stuff. And it's that's it. That's all I want to do.
Live in a noteworthy time in history. That's all I want.
You just want to live normal.
Do you want?
I just don't want to. I just no notes. Just it happened. Move on with your life.
What was Gandalf's thing? So do all who live to see such times, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't need to live in something that will be in the history books. I don't want to.
Well, if you didn't want to live in the history books, you needed to be born like 500, 600, 700 years ago at the latest. Because like people are like, oh, you know, like the 80s weren't that. It's like, no, they were pretty eventful. The 70s, no, they were pretty eventful. The 60s, they were pretty eventful.
Well, they
50s,
were
yeah,
very
pretty
eventful in very specific parts of the world. It was just not the entire world.
No, I mean this age will be. I do think this is the end of the age of humanity. Not to say that humans will stop existing. It's just like up until people like to talk about like up until the last 100 years, basically everyone was a farmer. Not literally, but like pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we are currently living through the part where absolutely nobody is a farmer. Like, I think in 20 years, the number of humans doing farming will be basically zero. It will all be robotics. Which is, I think, the end of an age of, like, being humans, right? Like, the idea of actually having to support your own species, moving away from that is pretty fascinating. And we see a lot of that in, like, tropes of sci-fi and D&D. I think it's super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It is noteworthy, though.
It is. It's very noteworthy.
Anyway, speaking of simpler times.
Simpler times. I was waiting for people to chat. I thought maybe if I told them that we were all the end of humanity was coming, people might throw in a chat. But the clickbait didn't work, so we might as well reveal what we're doing.
Yeah, speaking of simpler times,
I'm gonna switch over to the map cam.
Donkey Kong.
It's an exciting map.
It's so exciting. I'm gonna zoom out a bit so you can
delightful.
get some idea of what we're talking about here.
One color. It's green.
Yeah, you know what? I think you've done a great job with the green map.
Honestly, like, thank you for doing this.
So this is extra. We're not doing anything with this today.
Yes.
And then
However,
the
we
go ahead.
have, yes, a very fun setup for a vertical.
Yeah, so the green. So Aston, do you want to
yeah.
tilt it up there and we'll kind of
I guess we'll tilt
Yeah,
it
just
more like this.
tilt it sort of this way. Yeah.
Oh, there
There
we
we
go.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just go like this. So this will not be. This will be the other way up. So
Yes.
this is currently like sideways. But the idea being, as you know, the current floor is Donkey Kong themed,
Mm-hmm.
and Mal has some thoughts on the box.
I have some
Yeah.
fun things, 3D printed things. One
Yeah.
of the benefits of being in this day and age.
So
Yeah.
today we are building the final Donkey Kong battle, which is
Yes.
basically NES inspired.
Which is
Yeah.
actually the original arcade game
Sure,
inspired.
sure, yeah,
Like
yeah.
original arcade level. So we've got
The nice thing is that it doesn't. I was just checking, and
Yep.
in
Yeah.
this orientation, it does not even impinge on you. I'm curious how much. Oh,
it's
not
that
very
bad.
much, especially if we bring it forward just a little
Yeah.
bit.
That'll be fine. I got
Especially
like
since
giant
the top is clear. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be wonderful.
We've got a ton of these little tiny little guys.
Yeah.
We'll see them closer when I
Yeah,
start,
we're
like,
gonna
putting
be
them on.
doing some building. So
But original like tiles, and then we also have some ladders. And again, original colors.
yep, love it.
That I'm
love
gonna
it.
be chopping up and putting on the map.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be replicating that. We're gonna have some fun mechanics around it. But again, I had this in mind since the start of this, like the concept of this floor.
I mean, I
See
feel
that-
like if you weren't going to do this for the Donkey Kong level,
it
would
be, a
be disrespectful.
travesty.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
So
Well, you know,
My
we've been wanting to try some other stuff with maps and everything.
Yeah.
Like Dwarven Forge is amazing.
absolutely.
And there's a world where we get enough of it together and we have, one sort of showcase stream that we can run consistently. Part of the problem that we have with our Dwarven Forge right now is that we need to share. Like, we have actually quite a bit. They've been very kind to us in delivering quite a lot. But we do also have multiple things that we're running. So we kind of have to split it up, which
Yeah.
results in a
bit
little bit of
chaos.
a gridlock on using it. So that's why maps tend to be a little smaller. But we've been
We
wanting
say
to.
that with my last map. Anyway.
Well, I mean, even that.
Well-
like, if we were able to use all of the Dwarven Forge consistently, we could have built out the entire dungeon from
Right.
day one,
Yeah.
and then we wouldn't have to
Separate
here's today's
pieces.
piece.
Yeah.
We could just build it up, which is what we want to get to. But
Mhm.
we're not quite there yet.
Mm-hmm.
But doing fun stuff with it, like vertical orientation, is we can have some fun while we're waiting to amass enough to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also,
Yeah.
like with cameras, having multiple levels, like we have to really play with cameras. Whereas with
Yeah.
just plexiglass, then if we have something in the air, we can just have a stand
It
and just put this
does.
on, and then the
Yeah,
camera can
for
still
sure.
see everyone beneath it.
Yes. So I think like our goal at the end is like a combo of homemade and Dwarven Forge.
Yeah.
To be able to like really build out what works best for the viewers and for us.
Yeah.
As players.
And then when Dwarven
DMs.
Forge sees it and sees how amazing it is, they'll do a Donkey Kong set.
would
That's
be
it. Nintendo will get right
yeah.
on board with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Nintendo
right.
will definitely.
I mean,
love
legally
that.
distinct non-donkey gorilla.
Yes.
Yeah, they've said from day one, like anything they make, we not only should but we want to use. Obviously,
Yes.
they don't make classic arcade themed tiles for
No,
obvious
and
reasons.
I also have my like big hopes and dreams of building cool things. So
Of course,
it's
yeah.
always
Yeah.
fun,
Yeah.
and I'm so excited for just like that vertical classic, like original.
I think it'll be fun. Yeah,
Throw you guys down some steel girders, kind of
yeah, it's gonna be great.
vibes. So
Um,
we're gonna be working on that today. We're gonna be hanging out today.
yeah.
Just making stuff good. I do have some chats maybe about like future of.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
can
yeah.
get
I figured
instead
we'd
of-
talk a little bit about the future.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Future of Deadliest. But
it's going to be run by an AI, obviously.
obviously, surprise, I was an AI the whole time. But yeah, we'll have some chats about that. We have some stuff about like the streaming side,
Yep.
all that jazz, which is gonna be delightful, fun, a good time.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think all of the changes are going to be good.
I think they're all beneficial to the show
I
and to
think
the
so.
audience as
And
well.
to the audience, yeah. Yeah.
But before then, Austin,
Yes.
I'm gonna swap with you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, unacceptable. All right, let me switch over to the mixer real quick, and I'll mute everyone but me, and then I'll never unmute them. It was my plan all along. I was Agatha all along.
Get all the fun notes.
Yeah, you get
Oh, look at this picture of.
you get one photo.
What do you suppose the chances are? Ooh, is it? Is it? No. Okay, I'll have to fix that. All right. You'll get there. It's
I'm bad at everything.
It's especially tricky because there's 2 orientations that it can go in, so it's very
Okay, so
difficult.
I wasn't wrong. I
No,
was
not-
just
It's not really even 2. It's just
Yeah.
the one.
so. For the map first though, Austin has very kindly already.
Yeah, do you want me to switch over to the map cam for a minute?
Oh yeah, just shuffle
Maybe-
it down a little bit.
Maybe zoom a little bit even.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Obviously, glare is going to be a thing, but once it's vertical, glare should not really be a thing.
Yes. So
I went too far. Hang on. Hold.
holding.
You can see
Holding
some of
pattern.
our overhead rig and how awfully messy that. Why is this? There we go.
It's
There
a
we go.
very nice overhead rig though.
Yeah, the cabling's atrocious right now. But yeah, so
Yeah.
that gives you an idea of what we're looking
Yeah,
at.
Austin has very kindly marked out just inch segments along the 2 sides, which I am going to be scoring. My good old. Hopefully this works. It's very old from my high school shop.
Wow.
Did you
that's-
stole it from your high school?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, one of the projects in shop class was to make
You
one. So
absolute delinquent.
if Ivor Course in chat, he recognizes this.
Fucking delinquents.
They actually like one of the projects was to build one. This is brass, yada yada, fun stuff. But
So
because
you built one and then also stole one.
no,
It's unique
COVID
too?
hit in the
Oh my
COVID
God.
hit right in the middle of my shop class, so I never got to build anything cool.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just unacceptable.
very sad. I was a little bit klepto in high school, but that's okay because I did a lot of things. So
I forget how much of a youngin' you are.
I 2 notable things that I low key took just from my high school is an entire box of resistors and an entire box of shrink wrap for cables because I did a lot of electrical.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So and I still do to some extent. So.
I'll allow it. Not that I'm an arbiter of such things, but
To be
I'll
fair,
allow
I
it.
was also trusted by the teachers to be alone in the shop, which is technically
That was
not
a,
allowed.
That was a mistake, apparently.
Yes,
You-
we
you
flew
have-
drones after our shop exam.
They will never trust anyone ever again. You ruined it for everyone.
Literally, I got the janitor to unlock the door for me to go grab a bolt for something I needed for a different thing. Like,
Yeah.
they put way too much trust in me. Anyway, so the
Yeah.
reason we are doing an inch grid on this is I'm going to hot glue everything, as you can see by my good old grade 8. I have my grade 8 homeroom on here.
A
Hot-
glue
Another
gun?
stolen thing?
No, I just brought it to school so much because I built so
If
much
you
random
told
shit.
me,
Oh, okay.
if you told me, I would have brought my good glue gun.
That's fair. This
We
is
haven't-
this has been with me for like so many projects. Beg glue sticks, more glue sticks.
Yeah.
Tools. Yay. While we're here, actually, while we're on this screen, I will
Oh,
show off
Boy.
these guys.
Well, let me zoom in a bit if you're gonna show those off.
yeah.
Shoo!
Huge shout out to my dear friend for 3D printing these on very, very, very short
Let's
notice.
see how close we can get here. Yeah, there you go. Just yeah.
A little blown out, but that's okay.
It is a little blown out. I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
Might be. We didn't have magenta, but red is already very good, bright, close to.
Let's just see what we can do. Okay, well, somebody turned HDR on, which is probably a bad idea.
That's already better, yeah. You can see where my cat bit the
then
shit out of me.
The white balance is not set to auto, so that's probably part of it.
Mhm.
And then this is all gummed up as well, so maybe we can turn the saturate. Well, not that far.
That's way better, yeah, actually.
Yeah, we're getting more close to like an actual image now.
Yes. She didn't bite me that hard. Those are all scratches. But, yeah, we got like little lips on the side so that barrels don't roll right off and people don't
Love
slide
it.
right off.
Love it.
So, tried to think of everything. We have some long, thin ladders that I can just chop apart.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
And
don't
use-
think
it's beautiful.
anyone's minis would be too egregious to. Actually, the base for the one mini is way too big. We'll have to fix that.
We're gonna fix that.
Yeah, we can fix that.
We'll be fixing that. But we've got these hot gluing them on, so hopefully this will all be able to be reused with the inch
Yeah,
grid.
And
We
if
can
not,
do some more cool
that's
stuff.
fine. But
That is
all right.
also true.
So that's what we're doing today. We're doing some of that. We're
Yeah.
doing some yapping.
Hanging out, yapping.
Yeah, lots of yapping. So do feel free to yap at us in the comments.
Yes.
How many more times do you think I can say yap before it becomes annoying?
It's already annoying.
okay.
I hate
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this.
-3.
0 is an answer.
You've hit it already. Congratulations. Now,
What was I was going to say something
let me see how well this
about
works.
things.
Yes.
Do I remember what that something about things was?
Likely not.
Sure don't.
I'm just gonna do a little mark here and see how that goes.
I allow it. Do you want to do it on the other sheet just to
Maybe. Yeah, just to test like pressure.
just peel the stuff back and have at it?
Yeah, I'll do
just
like
to
on the weird
see-
corner.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Well, I mean, there's part of it that's clearly not going to
Yeah,
stick around if
for
it ever
sure.
gets used.
For sure.
Yeah.
You can see how well it works.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounded
That looks good.
considerable.
That looks really good.
Raka?
I just want to see how far from. Okay, yeah, it's just like a little bit off, so I can set the ruler slightly back, and then it'll.
Wow. I mean, inch grid is also there's some.
Yeah.
sauce
We
factor
have
there.
some wiggle room. Yes.
D&D is not
No,
that precise.
None of the D&D minis or otherwise are built to exactly the inch spec.
That is fair.
Well,
I'm
for
just-
starters, they're built to 25 mil spec usually, not.
Yes,
inch,
not
but
inch, which I do
yeah.
know. I'm just also.
You're
tired.
just an American at heart. I get it. I get it.
No, it's real fun trying to use, like...
cruel,
Yeah.
cruel words, Adrian. Terribly mean.
Did I ever unmute you guys?
I don't know.
Oh, God, I
God.
hope so.
I unmuted. Weirdly, I seem to have unmuted you, but not you. Talk for me,
Hello,
Austin,
hello.
and then you talk.
Wow.
Wait, do that again.
Wow.
Oh no, I did. Okay.
Okay.
We're
Okay, we're good. Look, it's a.
I was confused because I was thinking that was the Austin mic, but that's
No,
the Austin mic.
Austin mic is...
That's
yeah,
the Klaus mic. We're
Yep.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all good. We're all good.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
Yay.
That's great. I was going to say, having used a lot of, like, Games Workshop minis, which are, like, 33-inch bases or something like that.
Yeah.
28, where, like, they're annoyingly large. And I'm just like, but I want to use this model
Yeah.
for, like, some of my home games.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Or it's I just happen to have them lying around. I might as well use them.
Yeah, for sure.
It makes it very annoying when everyone starts getting to a gaggle in the middle of the arena.
Oh,
and
I
it's just
imagine.
like everyone is too large
Yeah.
for their square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We will.
Yes, it's me.
that's you.
What?
We were just talking about. Why can't I remember anything that I'm gonna say today? I
Is
am
it
just a mess.
Future D&D stuff?
No, it was literally about the whole inch, like the whole mini thing, and for some reason, just
Brain just.
Oh.
my brain ain't braining today.
Look, it's been.
I was gonna say, Ivacor says A. They can hear both of you. So
Nice.
That's
Mhm.
nice.
Good.
And B also confirmed that they do remember, and that many things were taken from the school. When I was in school, I was responsible. I just had a copy of various keys that no one knew about, and also all of the admin passwords to the entire network.
A bunch of people nearly
Fun.
got expelled because of that at my school.
I helped the tech teachers install stuff that they weren't allowed to. So they knew I had access to the computer systems. They didn't know about the keys.
It was the keys that really got
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. I just... My weird thing was, like, weirdly, for some reason, I always had like a full first aid kit on me
Oh,
at like
yeah.
all times.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Seems reasonable.
And I could just kind of go where I wanted to because no one would ever question like, oh,
Fair.
it's just us, and he could just clearly he has a reason for
He
being
needs to be
here.
there, yeah. Well, there was a lot of that too. Like most of the doors weren't locked to begin with, and it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, Adrian's in the staff lounge. Yeah, whatever. That's normal.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Whereas a lot of like, my teacher would ask me to do something in the middle of class. I would like leave the class to do that, and I would
Oh,
just
yeah.
decide to take 45 minutes for
Yeah.
a 5-minute job, and
Yeah.
no one would care. They would just go. Clearly, he needed to put in that much effort.
It's fine.
Yeah.
By the time I was in grade 12, I literally got an email from a teacher being like, hey, can you just like show this to your current teacher and skip class and help me with this? And I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah. No, mine was like, I think I got out of an end of year, like grade 12 assignment under the excuse that I was helping my parents with something for the entire
Nice.
thing.
It's reasonable.
And they were just like, you didn't
It's fine.
hand in your end of year physics project, but I don't care.
yeah.
You could just,
My
you could just have a good grade. Just,
yeah. My favorite was so in I guess it was just called computers maybe, but in the grade 12 tech class,
Yeah.
I wrote the exam for it, and I mean, like
What?
I generated the exam for it. This was the agreement. Rather than being bored out of my mind writing, or sorry, that's not actually true. I taught the class for a week. My buddy Alex, I did a lot of the work, wrote the exam for it, like created the exam. That was the arrangement, because both of us were way ahead of the curve. So
Yeah.
I taught the class for a week. He created the exam. We both were guaranteed 100% on the exam. People got pissy about this during the exam because I wasn't writing it. And
Yeah.
they were like, what the hell? This doesn't make sense. Why isn't he writing it? So the teacher, whose name I don't fully remember, last name was Bates, I believe, because there were some jokes around that.
Oh, yeah.
of course.
Anyways, people were getting pissy, and he's like, listen, can you just write the exam and we'll just pretend you got a good mark? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. So I wrote the exam and I got 98%. And I was like, Alex, you screwed up one of the questions. And he was like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, yeah, no, I got 100%. One of your answers is wrong. Sure enough, he had included an question about like the number of sectors on a floppy disk, and he got he literally just like in the
Old.
back end. Very old, right? And also keep in mind that even at the time, like the school curriculum was like
Behind.
years out of date, and
Yeah.
then also I'm much older than you, but
Yeah.
it was like the number of sectors on a floppy disk, which I couldn't tell you offhand today, but at the time I knew. And I was like, I told him, I'm like, one of the answers is wrong. So we went through on the back end, and yeah, he had selected the wrong answer for one. I'm like, I knew I had gotten all the questions right, so I knew you had to get something wrong. He's like,
That's hilarious.
oh.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and then people in the class were really pissed off that I had just sat down and wrote the final with no prep whatsoever and gotten not only the 98%, but in fact 100%, and discovered that one of the questions was incorrect.
That's amazing.
and so like a couple of them were like, oh, well, okay. And I'm like, that's why I wasn't writing the final exam to begin with. It's
Yep.
not. Sometimes people are good at things, and you just have to accept that.
Yes.
But yeah, no, that was one of my favorite things, was just the whole, why isn't he writing it? All right, I'll fucking write it. But it's like grade 12 computers. It's like I was already writing like, software, like professional software at that time. It's like, trust me,
I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
yeah.
That was my grade 12 computer engineering class was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Where I didn't show up to class half the time because I was like,
Yeah.
I'm building an electric vehicle, so
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
come at me with, oh, how to solder. No.
Yeah.
Leave
It's
me
like
alone. I'm
just-
blowtorching
yeah,
lead solder in the
I-
machine shop. Like,
I have better things to do.
yeah. And then after I had to write the final exam, which was 50 multiple choice questions. Which
Yeah.
was so easy. And then that was when I, God bless Harcourt, our comp eng teacher, that's when he was like, okay, because both my friend and I had to stay for something like after exams, and he was like, I'm gonna just go home and mark these. You guys just hang out and fly drones in the computer engineering class.
Seems
and we were
reasonable.
like, yeah, hell yeah.
Seems reasonable.
It was a good time.
Yeah, drones were not really a thing when I was in high school, but
That's fair.
we
Yeah.
totally would have.
I mean,
we did race RC cars down the hall,
oh nice.
which was fun.
That does sound fun.
For one of my physics projects, I just built a trebuchet.
Yes,
and
I
was
remember.
like,
Oh, I love the
I'm going
trebuchet
to
part.
explain this, and then I realized trebuchets are fucking complicated.
Oh, they are.
They're complicated. They're also
Yeah.
incredibly dangerous.
They sure
My
are.
brothers and I built one.
Yeah.
And
The amount of just energy every time you do it, and this heavy wooden object just
Yeah.
violently shaking.
one of the only things we ever built and then decided to destroy of our own accord because it was one of those, oh, this is not something we should be playing with.
Oh yeah, I was in scouts for most of my life, and
Yeah.
getting somebody in scouts to build a trebuchet is always, bad things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That potato cannons. That was another big one.
Oh my god, I love.
Potato cannons are alright. They're not too
Yeah.
bad.
They are very dangerous,
Well,
but they're
They
very.
are,
fun.
but on a small scale. We
Yeah.
lobbed a bowling ball like 300 meters with
That's
the
true.
trebuchet. It's like that's
too much power for a child.
that's not acceptable.
Yeah, we were sending ours down like a couple soccer fields. We just went. We need a testing spot. Let's just go to the school on
Yeah.
like the weekend and just lob stuff and hope no one's on the other side.
yeah.
Oh, that's
That's what we did. It was very irresponsible.
Yeah.
exceptionally yes,
Yeah.
actually.
And I don't know why my dad went, this is the good idea we should do. I guess it was like kind of, where else would we lob stuff?
I mean, look, you can always scarp her. run away. Of course, that's the correct way that most teachers should be, honestly. The fact that, like, if you're doing something roughly related and know what you're doing, you should get a good grade. That's
Yeah, especially
That's what
like
schooling should be.
the
Which is-
physical, like hands-on, like shop classes,
Made of-
design classes, anything like that.
Made a Furby that converted songs to a MIDI track and then sang them. That's great.
oh my god, I forgot about the Furby.
That sounds
That's
horrific.
Is
That's
that
awesome.
was that from Ivorcore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never got to install those red LED eyes on it.
Oh, come on. What are you even doing?
Right? I wanted to we skinned it too. It was horrifying.
Oh my goodness. The stuff
we-
of nightmares.
We wanted to set it up in the corner because we had grade 8 day.
Yeah,
They come into the
for
shops.
sure.
Yeah, we wanted to turn all the lights out and have a Furby light up and start
Aw, and you didn't install
the red LED
demon
eyes. I know.
Come on. What are
Man.
you even doing?
Right? It was such a good time. I loved shop classes.
Yeah.
It got to the point where anybody in Ontario knows Chisholm.
Yeah.
Every single shop teacher assumed I was in Chisholm and I was not.
Right.
So I would get teachers in the hallway being like, "Oh yeah, we have the
There's-
Chisholm trip coming up. Here's the trip form for it." I'd be like, "Okay, a day off school. Cool, I'll take it."
Great, yeah.
Yep.
I've of course says there's still time. I might have
That is
pictu-
true.
If you have pictures of the skinned Furby, you should definitely send them to us on the school.
Oh god,
Yeah.
absolutely. Dude, Furbies are terrible.
It's certainly a choice that people made. Someone
Yeah.
created that and went, this is something we should sell to children.
Yep.
Wild.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's a little weird. The Furbies were not. Well, they were a kind of a thing when I was in school, but not super. Technology obviously was sparser when I was in high school. But one thing that was very popular at the time. This was maybe slightly before high school. This was maybe middle school.
Mhm.
Tamagotchis.
No, yeah.
I still have one.
Yeah,
was-
Yeah.
They're-
Tamagotchis
they've
were a
made a
thing
bit
for
of a
me.
resurgence. Actually,
Yes, I
but,
love them.
You don't happen to know about ThinkGeek, do you?
I know.
They're
I know of
gone
ThinkGeek,
now,
yeah.
but they
I've
were.
heard of,
They made a product called the Annoyatron, which it was basically just a speaker wired to sine wave output and a randomizer that just chirped periodically.
Oh dear.
It just
Yeah.
high pitched chirp, just beep. But it was random enough and it was slow enough that it was you just tucked it. It was very small. You just tucked it in behind somebody's bookshelf, and they'd be like, "What the fuck is that thing?
Yep.
Where is it?"
I feel
Where
like
is it?"
stuff like that still exists, but yes.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, of course.
But
It's
it
just not
was
difficult.
one of the first things where it was this was a very small circuit board, watch battery, very long life,
Right.
and it was very easy to. It was cheap too. It was a few bucks, and you could just buy 10 of them, and you could just hide one in your
Yeah.
friend's house, and it was random enough. It was seldom enough that they'd be like, "I can't find it. It's not happening often enough, and it's very clearly not like a smoke detector because it's not like
It's not the right sound.
They
and it's
always
not-
go off at the same exact interval. This
Yeah.
was not that. So anyways, I put one of those in a Tamagotchi.
Oh.
Not the actual ThinkGeek, because of course it didn't need battery and everything else, but I took the exact same like circuitry
Yeah.
and put it in a Tamagotchi and then gave it
Cool.
to a friend, and yeah, that was fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear
I think
God.
Geek also had like a little device that like if you plugged into a computer would randomly just do stuff.
Oh
like,
yeah,
move them out.
yeah, for
And
sure.
that was great just to leave in the school lab
Yeah.
and then just see what happens because people get pissed about that.
Yeah, just random keystrokes and mouse movements. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just see
Great.
what happens.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
yeah. No, there was lots of fun times. I tended not to do anything to the school equipment outside of the passwords that I already had.
Sorry for the horrifying noises.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet they're not even getting picked up that much.
I
on
hope
the
so.
mic.
I mean, they're not that bad anyways.
But yeah, because like in theory, you could get in a lot of trouble for screwing with computers.
Yep,
Oh,
I've had.
yeah.
I know people who have gotten like
I know-
suspended and shit.
I know people who did that because they were bad at not being obvious.
Well, this is the thing, right?
Hiding
Like,
and
yeah.
or like
Yeah.
took it too far.
yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, I had permission to do everything that I did. Technically,
Fair.
sometimes it was permission after the fact, but technically, I
that's
was. It was always one of those like, yeah, totally. I installed a bunch of games on the system. I didn't technically disable your system, your like anti-malware system or whatever nanny thing they
Yeah.
added to it.
Yeah.
Technically, I didn't disable it. I just booted the system around it, and then it was fine. And then inevitably the teacher would be like, "How did you do that? Can you install this other piece of software for me?"
And now you get
"Sure."
to be like, now you're complicit.
And now I'm allowed. Now I have permission.
Yeah, I just had my own laptop that I just would take in
Yeah.
and just do whatever I wanted.
Oh, I
on,
had that
so-
too. but- well, actually, in fairness, I didn't have a laptop until later in high school. Well, fairly early in high school, because laptops were still. I mean, they obviously they weren't like super rare at the time. It's just like they were expensive.
Yeah.
So
Expensive, very clunky.
I had one, but it was
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, the people, the idea of like an Ubuntu Live CD had not occurred to anyone at the time. So getting around all of the system restrictions was incredibly simple. You could whack in either a USB key with an Ubuntu Live image on it, or more often than not, just straight up the CD and just boot in. And then you could put whatever the hell you wanted on the disk because like it's not encrypted. It's just
It's just there.
Yeah.
if you boot into Windows, there's a thing that prevents you from doing it, but the disk is just unencrypted. You can just do whatever the fuck you want to it.
Amazing.
So, yeah. And then inevitably the teachers were like, "Man, I wish I had this." It's like, "Well, I could install it for you, but then you have to have my back if I ever get in trouble."
Yeah. Love teachers like
Is your own
that.
little racket going on?
Well, it was just like I wasn't doing anything nefarious with it, and they
No.
knew I wouldn't. But like I did, for instance, install games on the computers that I was using.
Yeah.
But I installed them to a network drive. They were only accessible to me and a couple of select friends. It's not like I was just willy-nilly screwing with computers. It's just that I had it so that when I booted the computer with my USB key in it, it would
You get access to stuff.
mount the network drive, and I could do things.
Honestly, fantastic.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was responsible about it. Same with the master keys and everything else that I had made. I was responsible with it.
If anybody found out about the master keys, you would have been in so much shit.
Yeah, that's why they never found out, though.
People found out about the master keys in my school, and man, those guys got in
That-
so much
The
trouble.
thing is, they would have a little bit of trouble really honestly getting me in trouble for it. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you could, but it's not like I stole them.
Right.
I made them. They were...
See, in the case in my
Yeah.
school, they were not stolen, but the copies were made non.
I did not take anyone's key to make the copy. I
Okay.
took pictures of their keys to make copies.
God damn it, Adrian.
Which is, like, it's still definitely not allowed.
Adrian,
Yeah.
it's not.
But it's like, it's harder to, like, you have to pin it down a little more.
That is true.
because
That
it's
is
like
really funny.
it's like
also.
all I did was have a blank key and a picture of your photo, and then I had a master key, and that like yes, that's technically illegal and everything else, but it's more of a gray area.
That's way more of a great. That's really funny. Okay, that's
I also learned in high school how to grab somebody, like open somebody's locker by watching them once, which was a skill that I never used except to annoy friends. But it was so much easier than I expected it to be.
that's incredibly funny. Also,
Yeah, it turns out when you're opening lockers every day, all day, you can just watch their thumb
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and just go for it, and your muscle memory will fill in the gaps.
yeah.
You don't need to know the numbers. You just literally watch them, and then you have to kind of like train your brain to not want to know what the numbers is and just replicate their thumb movement, and every time you can get it.
Yep.
It's pretty wild.
And also, like, the numbers are, like, have a good range. of
Well,
what's
that's the thing.
acceptable
Like,
as
there's
well.
a
They're
fair bit
not-
of slop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I couldn't do it now, but like when you're opening lockers all day, like
Yeah.
your muscle memory is like super dialed in. I put all kinds of fun stuff in my friends.
Mhm. Well, we have an update on the Furby picks. They're apparently
I saw
lost,
that. Well,
but open to doing it again, which is
we should do it.
I
Again.
think we need to once I've finished with the hat and everything else, because we can just put the same electronics in anything we want.
yeah.
Once I do that, we should definitely have like a D&D session of demonic stuffed animals.
Oh, yes.
Actually, that's how we could do a remote session at some point. Is the DM could be here and everybody else could be dialed in to one of the like creepy stuffed animals and have it talking as them. That would be super fun.
It's similar in my brain. It's similar to almost that one movie that came out during COVID of the like horror Zoom call, essentially.
Yeah.
Like that would be hilarious. Like a D&D or even well, you couldn't do Dread. It'd be really funny to try to do Dread, but
Jed would be real rough.
yeah. But in my head, like
Well now,
Zoom call Dread.
hang on, because having a little RC truck that is built for like a little RC
Oh my
forklift
God.
to remove the Jenga pieces.
Yes.
People are gonna die left and right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the shortest game of Dread ever made.
Yeah, for sure. Except I think in that case you'd want to reverse it. I think you don't start with a built tower and pull pieces out.
You have to build the tower, and it gets
then
harder
you'd
and
be
harder.
guaranteed to get at least a few rounds in before they knock it over.
True.
But
That would be super fun.
that'd be kind of fun.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That's all the stuff I did in high school. I built robotics and like did competitions for that. That was always fun.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was me
I
with the
forgot
electric
about
cars.
We didn't have anything where like we didn't have anything sanctioned for like actually building proper robots, but we had like Lego Technic kits and stuff, and
Oh, yeah.
that was
I remember those.
Yeah.
Those were also nice.
electronics for actually building robots was still
Pretty,
they
Yeah.
existed, but they were expensive.
I imagine.
Yeah, so like we did some stuff, but actual honest to God robotics was
Oh.
less common. Motorized shit was easy, but
Yeah.
oh, you found it. Oh,
No.
Oh
They do
no!
exist.
Furby pics.
Oh god!
Furby pics.
Furby pics. Oh.
All right.
You have a video of the
A
skinned
skinned
Furby.
on your old phone. I mean,
Oh hell.
I'm thrilled. I definitely.
You now have it
wanna
on
see
Discord.
I was gonna say.
Congrats.
I have it on
you-
Discord,
Yes,
or
you do
You
now.
let me know where.
No.
Oh, on.
because
Send it to Mal on Discord. Okay,
Yeah.
she'll show us. It'll be great.
Ivacor, get at our fucking Discord
Wow, I
server.
mean, that's up to any. I on the one hand, as a Six Sides representative, I should encourage everybody always to get on the Discord.
But-
on a personal level, I get not wanting to join a whole lot of Discords.
Yeah, that's true.
It gets very noisy very quickly.
That is true.
As soon as I joined the 4th server, it became one of those like, oh, okay, I cannot have notifications on Discord anymore, ever.
Yeah.
Well, I just see the thing is like I just have to mute every server I'm ever a part of.
Well-
and then I can still get like messages or like ads.
You see, even
But, like-
DMs, like I've muted them because like I just like I try to check them periodically, but so many people DM me or try to, anyways.
Fair.
Oh, that's fair.
So yeah. And the thing is, some people, no problem. I allow DMs from. It's just the actual notifications. Like I get so many random DMs or DM requests, anyways.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Discord's notifications are not good enough, at least that I've seen, where you can turn off the like. You can only have it notify from known senders, and it may exist, but I have not seen it.
Discord has plenty of UI issues, unfortunately.
Yes, it is not. It is not super great.
No.
I mean, it is super great. Discord works wonderfully, but their UI, their settings UI could use some work.
Yeah. Some more options out there.
That is coming along really well.
Only
the
one of
lines
them's
are
like
great.
super wonky. Everything else is
But hardly.
see.
I mean, from my distance, it looks great.
which means from camera distance it'll look fine.
It'll look great.
Also, where did you go? Oh, no, you're
It's just pointing the wrong. Do you want me to point it at what you're doing?
maybe zoom it out a little.
Well, you're just pointing it at the tablecloth.
Yeah, but they can see us.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean, I'm happy to point it at.
It's up to you. I was
Well,
just a little confused as to. I thought it was a black square because I couldn't see the tablecloth pattern. and I
no,
was like,
it's
did
just-
the camera die?
It's just pointed
there you go.
slightly away from what you're doing. Mostly because you're leaning over stuff. So
Right, yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
That's
It's
okay.
just, I kind of figured they would get what you were doing by context, and it's not super riveting to watch
No,
yet. Once we start gluing stuff, it'll be far more entertaining.
that is true.
In the meantime, I mean, we're here, so this is probably the most entertaining content ever produced.
Absolutely. As we talk about high school shenanigans.
I mean, high school shenanigans often bleed into D&D shenanigans.
That is
Yeah.
true. Because, I mean, I technically started playing D&D in 8th grade, but
Yeah.
high school was really when,
Okay.
like, it started.
I was
Nice.
one of the more uncommon ones. I did not start in school at all. I started it when I was in the workforce with
Oh,
coworkers.
wow.
Yeah, I mean that's not that
It's
uncommon
more
because
common
you just kind
these
of get
days.
like someone that's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
have you done this?" I started when I was 5.
That's fairly young.
That is
Yeah,
very young.
it's at the age of like you don't have memories of it, but I'm
Yeah.
told it happened.
Yeah.
Right.
And like I have a memory of like clearly sitting at the table playing D&D.
Yeah.
What was on the table? No idea. But I just know it was a thing.
Neat.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I've been my niece and nephew are, I want to say 10 and 11 now, maybe
Yep.
9 and 10. I honestly forget when their birthdays were. It's okay, they're not watching. It's fine. I
How
know
could
when
they
they're
not be?
I know roughly when their birthdays are. I forget when. I know. Yeah, she is turning 10 shortly. He is turning 11 shortly. So, anyways, long story short, they are getting to the age where we are trying to get them interested in playing some honest to God D&D.
Nice.
But they are still, the attention span is not even the attention span. The idea of like a game that lasts for
That long.
Yeah.
that long and doesn't immediately pay off with a win or lose condition is still a little bit foreign to them.
That's fair.
That is fair.
It was real easy to get me in. They were like, "Hey, do you want to be a wizard?" And I went,
Yes.
I'm in.
Yeah.
"Uh,
And I think that's the thing. Like they have played Gloomhaven and stuff, so like they're on the
Okay.
doorstep of it. It's
Okay.
just we're trying to.
Pushing towards the, like...
You've joined the Discord.
I saw
we-
the notification."
We guilted Ivacor.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yippee!
I saw the notification that he sent some form of media content in the Discord.
Oh, no.
Funny
So-
video and pics are in the Talkiest Dungeon channel. I love it.
Oh, good.
There we go.
I am opening it up right now.
Oh, good.
But you know, like when I was younger, I played like a lot of like strategy games and stuff like that. Like Axis and Allies was like a common thing to play with my dad.
That's awesome.
But
That's cool. Yeah.
That is
That-
awesome, and
yeah.
also this is awesome.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
The video of the Furby,
I truly
Oh.
don't even remember it.
it's pretty great. Oh man, if you would turn those eyes red, that would be so demonic.
Yes.
Oh
Furbies
my
inherently are very horrifying.
They're pretty demonic to begin with, yeah.
Like, again...
it might be one of the most demonic children's items ever created. It's up there.
One of. It's up there. Demonic, yes. Questionably good. No, because there's a lot of shit.
I mean, I think the best children's toy ever produced is still lawn darts. So,
How old are you again?
lawn darts actually mostly predate me. It's
I
just,
know,
They
it's-
were,
that's
they
why-
were banned by the time I was a child, which is
Damn.
why they're the best toy ever. If they have to be banned, they're great.
That's true.
That's fair. I'm
Oh.
just used to things like bocce ball, where you're just chucking cue balls at people.
Yeah. So lawn darts.
Yeah.
Lawn darts
If you're
resulted
throwing
in
them
a
at
lot of-
people, I'm a little concerned.
People stand way too close
They
to
do.
the target.
which incidentally was the exact same problem with lawn darts.
That sounds
But,
like a skill issue.
Well, it's
Well,
a
no, it's
stupid
a-
children issue.
People stand way too close to balls, so they're on the
Yeah.
they're actively being tossed
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there were sometimes some weird bounces.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Man, this grid sucks. Anyway,
What are you talking about? It looks good.
Is
to
it
me.
roughly an inch?
it is.
There
yes.
are
Then it's good
there are
enough.
parts of it that are definitely not an inch. I think Austin might have taped things incorrectly in a couple of spots.
Yeah.
But you know
That's
what?
quite possible.
It's good enough.
It's good enough to build a map on,
Yes.
and that's fine. We'll take it.
Exactly.
we don't need perfect.
We
inch
do
as
not
well.
need perfect inches.
Yeah,
Right.
and if I wanted it to be perfect, I would have asked you to laser engrave it. So
Yes. Yeah. Which for future, I will probably do. But for this one, it's not going to matter that it's inch perfect anyways. So,
Yeah.
um,
We just need something roughly to be able to slap minis down without having to spend forever measuring.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, like in
Right.
the one of the things that I would like to do, we were talking just before we started streaming about I want to be able to laser cut, but laser cutting clear acrylic is troublesome because it's clear, so like
Yeah.
it doesn't
it's a
absorb
bit of
the
a
laser.
pain. Yes.
But there are various tricks that I can try to improve the workability of that. Engraving a grid on it theoretically is not that bad. It's just that I can't do anything super large. Like that's too big for my laser cutter.
No, but like if
But
we do the 4x4 standing
Well,
for something,
I
a
think
mini
I want to
flying,
do some 4x4, 8x8, and maybe 12x12. Although that might be getting a little on the large side.
You could do a 10 by 10
Um,
maybe.
Yeah, we'll see how flexible it is once I add like a little bit of strengthener to the bottom and stuff.
You know,
If I can laser cut it for real, between laser cutting and 3D printing, we can do cool like multi-layer dungeons and stuff.
you know what we need? We just need a 2x2 for flying creatures. That's what we need.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
There
a
we
little
go. That'll help.
standing at variable heights.
Yeah.
Either one that can, set itself, or one that's just we have multiple at different heights.
I think I would make them multiple different heights because there's too many things where it's like, oh, just add these little spindly things on top of each other.
Yeah.
And
Right,
then
like
it becomes higher.
modular,
It's
yeah.
like, you know what?
It looks worse.
They're good for travel, but they're not that
Yeah,
good.
for a setup like this,
Yeah.
we might as well.
We might as well have them because
But
Yeah.
like we're playing D&D in a world where we have flying elves. We should probably support flying creatures.
I think building out a thing that could just like have a little cantilevered stand with like a 2x2
Yeah.
or 4x4 platform on it.
Like, in all honest, the Chessex empty container for the dice, I use so much in my home games for flying creatures because it's
Yeah.
like 10 feet off the ground. Did you
Yep.
just slap it there and it's big enough for a mini base?
For
True.
sure.
But like, they don't look good.
No. Yeah. Yeah, no, I could again, if I can figure out laser cutting this, it's super easy because like once you do that, you just whack the shapes together in Fusion and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
But
it'll require some experimenting with painter's tape and all that jazz. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
backing it and
Well,
everything.
I also I have some iron oxide dust.
oh,
Like some
Okay.
elemental. Well, it's not elemental, but like some raw iron oxide. And also I have some titanium oxide.
Oh.
And so I'm curious to see if I can sort of dust it with that, and then if that works, because both of those will not burn under the laser, but they will get incredibly hot.
that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I think if I basically were to dust for fingerprints, so to speak, on the top with iron oxide and titanium oxide on the bottom, the bottom would reflect and the top would absorb, and I think that might give it enough to. I'm going to experiment with a bunch of shit, but
Yeah.
it would be nice to be able to easily cut clear acrylic.
Yes.
Because lots of things, being able to have random shapes, like we were talking about spell shapes,
Spell templates.
templates, stuff like that. Like just there are things that just being able to cut inch perfect things
Mhm.
without a lot of faffing about would be really nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially when, I don't know if you've ever run into this when you're DMing, but my players love to go, I want to put this cone on like a 15-degree angle. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
because they're
Yeah.
like, I get to miss this square but hit this square.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
And
God, I
for-
just so badly need templates when you're trying to pull this
Yeah.
stuff constantly.
Yeah. And like
For
that's
sure.
the thing. If they're doing it constantly, I'd be like, no, we're templating this.
Yeah, no,
screw
I had
you.
to kind
And
of
for
like,
Deadliest, that's really
Well,
important.
see, that's the thing.
Yes.
For Deadliest, it matters. It's
Yeah.
like the other day, last session when I was doing the big fog cloud. It's like,
What is this?
what's
Yeah.
actually in it? Would be nice to know, for us and for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm confident whatever I was doing, I could have achieved the goal because it's such a big thing, and
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if it hits you. But for things like Fireball, where it's like I want them in, but not them, it's like, can you actually do that?
it's when it's the circles you get the corners.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
like at least I don't know if they've ever really made the official rule. For me, it's always does it cover the center point? If it covers the center point, then
That's how-
consider that square.
That's
like,
how I always
in
did it.
it.
Because the idea
makes
is like
sense
you
for
can
me.
always like easily dodge out
a
into
person
your
doesn't
own
take
square.
up a 5
exactly.
5
Yeah.
square. So
Yeah.
it's like that's how I always would is like with your cones, with your fireballs,
Yeah.
with your 20 radius, whatever. If
My-
it covers the center point,
Yeah.
that square will be counted as being hit.
My personal ruling was always if you are a medium creature, it has to hit the center. If you are a large creature, if it's in that space, you're getting hit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, and then if you're tiny, unless it covers the whole space, you can get away with it.
Yeah,
That was always my rule.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
that ruling makes sense. Mine was just like slapdash.
No, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Kind of thing.
When
But
it
for something
comes-
like Deadliest Dungeon, having a
Set rules.
specific rule is a good idea. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having like templates as well.
having templates, yeah. So.
Templates is what allows you to go is it on the center dot? Yes, no.
Especially because we're rapidly approaching our wizard having 3rd level spells.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, at first level, you're burning hands,
That's true.
right?
Yep.
Cones. Cones are the worst to try
Yeah,
to
Cones
imagine.
are the worst.
Well, and I can also just make things that's like, this is a 30-foot stick. Just, you have 30 feet of movement. You can move to the end of this stick. I don't care what tile it is or
Sure.
anything else. You can move
Yep.
to the end of the stick.
Yeah,
Which
I mean,
is why I have the ruler on
Yeah.
hand always, because especially when we're going like a
Yeah.
little wacky with it.
yeah, for things that don't have grids, yes.
Yeah.
It's also why I personally, I've never really played Hex D&D, but like just hex-based systems in other games.
Hexes are
I
better.
love them. I don't know if you
I
play
love
Blood Bowl.
hexes. Yeah.
Blood Bowl-
Hexagons are the best
Yeah.
gons.
Yeah, Blood Bowl does square, and it allows for some of the most bullshit movement I've ever seen in a game because it's all squares.
Yeah.
So, and I understand it's not popular for D&D, but I really like it.
Well,
I actually started playing on a hex-based system because we started in a weird combo of Pathfinder D&D.
yeah.
So
Does
I really,
Pathfinder do hexes?
I don't know. My DM was very weird for the first game I played.
Pathfinder just has a lot less stuff. Like I think the thing is most people with D&D aren't necessarily against squares. It's just that for years that was
hexes, yeah.
People
way it
are
was.
pro whatever they did first.
exactly.
And
They're pro
everyone did
whatever they've got and pro whatever's easy. And the bottom line is for D&D, there's enough stuff in the market and everything else that's based around squares that's
Yeah.
just what
Squares
they're
are
gonna do.
very simple.
Like even us, if we were building all of our own terrain, which someday we may end up doing, like if the channel really takes off and we can just have people who are on crafting duty, we may switch to a hex-based system because it's better.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
like,
question it's better.
does Dwarven
But I
Forge
could
make
never do-
hex?
They don't.
And
Which,
I'd like-
as long as we're using Dwarven Forge, and not
Also,
even
this would be a nightmare in a hex-based.
right.
Yeah.
Well, unless
unless
we're
it's
doing
laser
laser
engraved.
cut, right?
Right,
it doesn't
yeah.
And to be fair, there are laser cutters that will cut that no problem. Mine won't because it's the wrong. But like a carbon dioxide laser will cut.
We'll
that.
cut it. So, yeah.
My laser is blue light, so it doesn't do it.
It won't
but
do it.
the carbon fiber lasers and the carbon dioxide lasers, which are the same basic thing, they will cut through that because to their wavelength, that's opaque.
Yes, I was actually looking into carbon dioxide laser cutters for
They're-
my own shenanigans.
They're much more available now.
Yes, which
it's
is really
just,
nice.
They work really well for some things and not so well for other things. Like
Mhm.
for wood, which is most of what I laser cut, the blue light lasers are actually superior.
Yes.
So I wouldn't necessarily.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
upon a time, the X Tool offered just a head that you could swap in that was a carbon laser.
Oh.
Ooh.
But then they made the terrible decision of not continuing with the line of laser cutters that I have,
Mm.
which, like, everybody who was an X-Tool fan was like, "Oh, so you guys decided to suck now?" Okay, because mine is a very open platform that you can like I say I can't cut something that large. I actually can. It's just that I have to lift the enclosure up and do things.
Mhm.
The new ones are completely self-contained, which is
Right.
good for fume management and everything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
But it sucks for like, oh, so if I want to cut something that big, I literally cannot. It's not just that it's a bit of a faff. I can't do it unless I buy this $6,000 laser cutter.
Jesus.
So people are like, well, okay, so screw you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When X Tools started, the laser cutter I have only cost me like $1,000, which for a laser cutter is pretty reasonable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's a 20-watt diode laser.
Okay.
It's 24 by it's actually like 24 by 24, but some of it's taken up. But
Mhm.
there was also an expansion kit that takes it out. It doubles the length, so that
Mhm.
you can just be longer. And technically it's open, so you can put long stuff under it and all kinds of things.
You'd have to
It's-
shuffle it
it's-
around,
yeah.
but you still
Yeah,
have the
but,
eye
you
like-
have to
hike.
mark it and be careful and everything else, but you can do it.
Yeah.
Their new stuff is like, no, it's this big, and you put it in, and you close the door, and that's it, and you
Mhm.
just that's what you get. So, well, and by the way, it costs 3 times as much.
Yeah.
It's like, well, for a hobbyist thing, you're kind of shitting the bed.
Yeah, like professional, like if somebody's doing it professionally, like sure. But hobbyists, like, yeah, come on.
And that was the thing. They're not really good enough to be professional. They are like they're high quality tools. It's just if I'm going to spend $6,000 on a professional level laser cutter, I'll spend $8,000 and get the one that's 3 foot by 6 foot and has like it's 150 watt and plugs into a 300 watt or a 300 amp like service and everything else.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
if I'm doing it professionally, I'm going to do it.
Professionally. Yeah.
You're
They're
gonna just
targeting,
have
like-
a one job in case you need to do something big, need to do something small,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like,
So like X Tool they kind of abandoned their hobbyist base and did weird things, and it's just weird.
Mhm.
I of course said you started in a bad combo of Pathfinder and D&D.
I did start in a bad combo of Pathfinder and D&D, and it was very strange.
Yeah.
And technically not the first game I ever played, but the first like game where I understood what was going on that I
Yeah.
played.
yeah. I just started in AD&D second edition, which was just interesting D&D.
You sneezed, you're dead.
You're a wizard. Here's your D4. No, you don't get maximum.
Yeah.
Oh, you have high con. Don't worry. It doesn't do much because you're not a fighter.
Exactly.
And that was the one that had like the weird species stuff going on with classes.
Oh yeah,
right?
so
Yeah,
all,
there was some
every
weirdness there, too.
class had a maximum for non-human. The only
Yeah.
people that could reach level 20 were the short-lived humans.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not every race class
Yeah.
combination was available.
Mm-hmm.
There was a difference between dual classing and multi-classing.
Insane.
As
AD&D
people
had
went up at different
some-
levels. It
Yeah.
was
AD&D had some interesting rules.
Yes.
it was a lot of we're trying to make things super realistic with a lot of really bad rules.
Yeah.
But there was a rule for literally everything. There was a rule for jousting while flying.
Yeah.
That does sound fun.
Why didn't we just have the jousting rules cover it? Why is it different when it's flying?
Because it's different.
Because it
Because
is.
because if
Because it
you
is.
jousted while flying, it'd be different. You know,
That's
like,
right.
That was their reasoning.
Yeah.
Um,
And like, but there was like every gaming at the time.
Yeah, it was like this major
especially-
focus on.
Yeah, especially war games. War games were like, who cares about playability? We want realism
yeah.
at the cost of
Any
the game
functionality
not-
whatsoever.
the game not taking 5 hours.
Well, I think that was also a reflection of the people that were producing games at the time. Like
No,
back
I mean,
then,
that
it
was the
was,
fair.
and I don't say this to be mean or offensive or anything else, but it was only the very most autistic people who were producing these things.
It was a very
Because
small crowd.
They were a very niche product, so the only people that were producing it were the people that were like, I don't care if this is the way to make money or anything else.
This is what I want.
because I am obsessed with it.
Yeah. Games where you had your family games, so
Yeah.
like your Monopolies, your Stories,
Yeah.
your Connect Fours.
Yeah.
And that's as complicated as things got.
Yeah.
Like the idea of games that like could like card games that wasn't bridge. Crazy.
Yeah, it was just
Right?
it was like, this is wild. Nobody would do this. So nobody nobody was funding it. Nobody was. So it was only the people who were like, no, this is just, I am so
Yeah.
like locked in on this.
I want to replicate this exact scenario
And-
perfectly to play with.
And the people who were obsessed enough to go through the effort of producing it tended to be so obsessed with it that that's kind of what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These days we have there's a more of a market case for it,
You
and
also
as
have-
such we get more of a mix of
Yeah.
people.
You also have like a sheer volume of like people trying different stuff. Like back then, you just you didn't have
Well-
the shoulders of giants to stand on. You were
Well, and
right on the ground,
and you
because-
didn't have the market. Like it
Yeah.
was one of those things where like literally when D&D was first produced and the war games of
Yeah.
the time, it was like if you had told anybody I'm going to do this and make money doing it, people would be like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
These days, if you're like, I'm going to make a new RPG and make money doing it, people are going to be like, yeah, you and the other 15,000 people, good luck. But it's not like you couldn't possibly make money doing that. It's just that market is saturated, which I don't know how true that is, but that's the response that you would get.
Yeah.
But back
Yeah.
then, it was just like, you can't make money. What? Yeah, and you're also going to make money making flying horses, you idiot. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. I mean, like today they make truly so many board games. Like talking to
it's
people, they're like, "Hey,
crazy.
do you have this game?" I'm like, "I have never heard of that before you asked me." I look it up. I'm like, "Oh, apparently it's like well reviewed and everything."
Sure.
Can't get it because it had one print run. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Like-
a lot of that, yeah.
There's a lot of people I'm trying to talk to. They're like, "I want this very specific game," and I'm like, "That game came out 2 years ago, so you're not gonna find it
No.
off of resellers."
Yeah, it came out 2 years ago, and it didn't sell 18 million copies immediately, so it never got a second print run.
Well, like even speaking about like something like Gloomhaven, I was
Oh.
speaking with some of the people that was behind Gloomhaven, not
Yeah.
like not the creator,
yeah,
but one
but-
of the person that was there
yeah.
with production, and he was like, when they first made Gloomhaven, they didn't have the funding to really make that.
No,
many copies.
Isaac
So
didn't
him,
have-
a
yeah.
random person that was with the distribution at the time, said, "I will provide the funding," and that's how Gloomhaven was allowed to have
Correct.
more than one very small print run.
A friend of a friend is reasonably close with Isaac.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much exactly how it was. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah, no, it was one of the people that was at Universal at the time, like the
yeah, I
distribution
don't
company.
remember who,
I
but
don't know. I met him at a
that's-
trade show,
yeah.
and we were having a talk, and I was just like, yeah, that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And then speaking of people who are obsessed, the reason the second print run took so long is because Isaac refused to just reprint Gloomhaven. There was more than enough funding and interest and everything else to just immediately do a second print run, but he was like, no, there are things I need to change because they weren't right in the first one. It's like,
Which is
or
fair.
you could just release it right now for a second print run and make a whole bunch more money. It's like, no, that's not how we're doing things. It's like,
I mean, now it's
I
I
respect it, but also there are lots of people that would happily just take a copy of the fucking game.
Yeah, but I get the.
I get
like,
it. I get it. I respect it.
There is an obsession to artistry.
But
that,
this is the thing is like
now why Gloomhaven's so fondly remembered in the board gaming, right?
Sure. Yep.
Why it was the top of a lot of charts for a very long time.
No, I get it. And Frosthaven was well received too. I think my inherent problem with Gloomhaven and Frosthaven, I played all of, like, I went through the full story of Gloomhaven. My problem is every time I did all of the setup and then we played it and then we tear down and everything else, I was like, why didn't we just play D&D? It would have been faster and just as fun or more.
Yeah.
that is a. Yeah.
That
Like,
is my
that's-
only criticism of Gloomhaven / Frosthaven is it's basically D&D light, and it takes so long to set up and tear down that I'm like, I would have just played.
I think the big difference is a lack of DM. Like
Yeah.
you don't need a DM, so
Yeah.
you like you don't need someone putting in all the hours outside of the game.
It's easy to say as a DM that
Yeah.
that can easily just ad hoc most sessions. For me,
Sure.
it's just like, yeah, we could have just played D&D.
No, but that's
But
fair.
a lot of people
but, like,
don't have a DM that's willing to do that.
Yeah.
Or able
like
to or otherwise.
like even like when you ad hoc, you still have to do a lot of work outside, right?
Well,
I don't.
not the
Okay.
way that Adrian does it.
That's
Um,
fair. I haven't played DM with Adrian as a DM, so I
Me
can't.
neither, but I've talked. We've chatted about like
Yeah.
DMing and
Yep.
stuff like that because we kind of exist on a spectrum of like Devin really loves his prep. Like Devin
Yeah.
requires his
Devin
prep.
prepares sessions.
Yep.
Devin prepares
Which is
worlds
fine.
and
Lot-
then drops you in them and says, "Yeah, we'll figure
Well,
it out."
no, see, that's what I do. Devin prepares sessions.
Oh,
he
yeah.
he prepares story arcs.
Yes,
which is
which
fine.
is
yeah, so I
amazing.
mean, he prepares story arcs
Yes.
and drops people in them.
Most
not
DMs do some version of that.
Yes, I prepare like mechanical ideas and then anything that I seem to have overlooked, I will ad lib and I will ad lib story and just have like some stuff. You
I
go,
prepare a world, and then what you do in that world is entirely up to you, and I'll figure it out in the moment.
Yeah.
See, I'm terrible
on
with that
the-
kind of stuff because I'm just like, give me a direction to go. Tell me where to go and I'll do it.
Yeah.
Which
Well, so
is how I play.
mean, the answer to that is, and this is something that actually I think is underappreciated. In any of the games that I've ever run, there's always people that will tell you what to go and do. It's
Fair.
just that
Yeah.
why would you want to do that when you're in a sandbox? I mean, yeah, you can go to the local like merchants guild and have them give you a task to do, or the local guardsmen, and they'll tell you about somebody who's pissing them off that they could handle having gone.
So there's a reason I don't play sandbox games.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
and
fair.
that's what it is.
It's fair.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, sorry.
That's
Anyway.
looking good.
Yeah.
I'm-
Should we grab some
I'm
of the
digging that.
minis just to make sure we got height correct, so we don't make it too
Yeah,
small?
That's
probably.
fair. I am
Here, I'll
planning
grab
for.
some.
I do have an
Yeah,
actual
okay.
plan. Like I don't go into this stuff head empty.
Sure. I'm just talking about you set it up, you glue it down, and then you let them work minutes for it.
Yeah.
That's true. But yes.
But yeah, no, I learned a long time ago that every time I tried to prepare something, people inevitably wanted to go a different route. So I just said, cool, you go whatever route you want, and I will fill in the blanks.
That is fair. There is a reason I really, really adore Deadliest.
Yeah.
And it's because I don't have that issue.
Yes. Yeah.
You guys do mostly fit on these. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be great.
Unless you guys will be like sitting across.
No,
The
it'll be great.
ridges are mostly for rolling barrels.
Yeah,
because as we know, rolling barrels.
Yeah.
You can take our setback.
I was also talking about height between levels.
Yes,
right?
which giving it like a full
full square seemed to be good.
10, yeah, should be
Yeah.
fine.
Yep.
And we'll have some ladders hanging down for stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I dig it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no, when I prepare, I mostly like, especially with things like Thieves Guild, I'm like, I have a bar that you can go and talk to if you want to talk to someone. I don't have anything past that.
Yeah.
Like, I have what would logically be there, that there was some tunnel into the sewer system or whatever.
Sure.
Mhm.
And if you want to talk to, I will make up everything I need to on the fly. Then I'll go and actually put in effort. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to put in that effort until you show me the player that you actually want to.
Yeah.
Because it's just not worth my time otherwise.
That's fair. When it comes to games, including video games, I do prefer more linear stuff, which is very weird for somebody who plays D&D.
Yeah.
But I apply that to my D&D,
Yeah.
essentially, in a lot of ways. But Sayval has been such a really fun character to play because I've developed her backstory and motivation so much that I can go in and be like,
Yeah.
this is just what she would do. Like, I know exactly
Yeah.
where she stands.
It's always disappointing to me as the DM when I ask somebody like, "What does your character want to do?" and they're like, "I'm not sure." It's like, "Oh, you should know that."
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
love that I've been able to, like, play with that.
Yeah.
And I have a
'cause-
home game where I have a character like that, and I do enjoy that a lot as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, because for me, it's one of those like, I play D&D because it's a sandbox game. I play D&D
fine.
because something like Baldur's Gate, people are like, "Oh, Baldur's Gate is great.
Yeah, laptop.
It's you can do anything you want." I'm like, you can't even come close to doing 10% of the things that I would want to do in Baldur's Gate.
Mhm.
Yes, it is an expansive game, but
Did they put a lot into it? Yes.
sure.
Put in-
But like, there are so many things that I can't do in Baldur's Gate that in D&D I can do because it's just a human telling me what I can, not even telling me what I can and can't do. Just, it's just collaborative storytelling. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yep.
Mhm.
And so for me, I don't constrain based on story arcs. I constrain based on the world. And then, like, it's coming up on autumn. There's going to be a harvest festival in this area of the world. You
Yep.
can engage with that or not, but it's
Oh.
going to happen.
Don't talk about harvest festivals. Ivorcore's gonna get going on those. Dear Lord. Anyway,
Yeah.
like that I do enjoy. Like I like being like, this is the logic of like what would be happening.
Yeah.
Especially like also in Deadliest when it comes to physics, and I am a huge nerd for like engineering and shit.
Mhm.
You tell me like, hey, I'm gonna try to do this thing. I'm gonna look at it and be like,
Can you?
there's no rule for that, but like, hell yes, let's
Sure,
try
yeah,
it,
yeah.
because why not?
Please talk about harvest festivals, of course says.
No.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about
honestly,
No.
honestly, it's one of the most important things that I make sure I always have a plan for in all of my worlds, which is why I do things like orbital mechanics for the worlds, because it matters, right? Like entire societies are based around
That's
the
true.
different festivals and the different times of year. Like the idea that things like are equivalent to Christmas is an afterthought in a lot of worlds actually kind of bugs me as a DM, because I'm like, but that matters. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
not in the entire world, but like for a good chunk of the world, that matters. It's like a month-long thing. How can that not be a thing?
It also like talks about like you learn about the society as a whole, about
Yeah.
what are their values, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's a very important, from my perspective, storytelling where like I'm doing a campaign where it's like dealing with a bunch of people that were cut off from most of society, so like they have their own entire slew of things and they have a very different way about looking at the world. So how does
Mm-hmm.
that translate to their festivals and
That's
what
true.
they have?
Like, when it comes to world building, like thinking through that is
Yeah.
Mhm.
always
I one of my favorite memories was the group that I was running. They interrupted one of the ceremonies at a harvest festival because they didn't realize what they were doing,
Mm-hmm.
and they ended up in a massive brawl because of it. Like half the
That-
town attacked them.
Incredible.
Because it's like, how dare you screw with our sacred festival? What are you doing? And it's fun. But yeah, even things like price fluctuations. Like I've had people be like, can I get X, Y, Z? And it's like, no, because the people in this area of the world haven't been producing that. Like you can get it, but it's more expensive because they just haven't been producing that. It's not that time of year.
Yep.
Yeah. Or like what would be produced where,
Yeah.
imports,
Yeah.
shipping, stuff
What's
like
imported? What's exported? What's
What type of food's
Um,
available? Like what do these people
Yeah.
even eat?
Yep.
Right?
100%. Yeah, I put thought into that stuff and then put people in the world and just be like, here you go. And the beautiful thing is, because I've done that on a couple of times, I have 2 or 3 worlds that I have 3, 2.5, I'll call it, that I can. They're big. Like I generate planets,
Mhm.
not just like little continents or whatever. And so I've had 7 or 8 different groups run through one of the worlds, and they've never even gotten close to each other.
Nice.
But if they ever did, they'd hear all kinds of interesting stories about this other adventuring group. Yeah, it's that's how I approach it, and then I just fill in the blanks live, because as long as you keep track of what you add, it's not really a problem.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that way my players have true freedom, which I think I personally, as a DM,
find important.
find important.
Fair.
Which is not to say everybody needs to. And I understand that some people, like I know Sam prefers a fair amount of structure in the game. He wants to be told. I think a lot of the Tides crew do. They want to be told what to do.
I think especially Sam Murch and I have like a very like, hey, like traditional fantasy adventure,
which is
approach.
totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also like a little bit of a thing of like when you're doing a storytelling for an audience, you don't want to just have
Aimless,
aimless random stuff. Whereas in your home game, sure, like it's a lot more reasonable because you're not trying to tell a very full, complete story.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly the big difference is just the speed at which the story is told. For me, like one of the things that we've always done on the channel, and I personally am not necessarily convinced that it's right or wrong. And it's really down.
A right or wrong.
There isn't an actual right or wrong, and it's down to the audience to decide what they want. But all of our D&D games, in my opinion, go way too quickly. Way too quickly.
Interesting.
Yeah. We level too quickly. We breeze through storylines too quickly. Like, think of in Tides Divine. Like, how many people on the ship did we actually meet? Like, how many people on the ship did we have more than a passing conversation? Even the captain, we still just call him the captain. We don't even know the guy. If that was me running it, like, it's up to the players. If they don't want to learn anything about the ship, they don't need to. But if you're going to spend a week on a ship in my game, you're probably going to form some level of bonds. If nothing else, you know, you're going to be able to send a message to that captain and charter his boat for future endeavors or whatever. As it stands, we just kind of like, that ship is spent. It is come and gone, so to speak. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But in my opinion, like we blow through storylines way too quickly in our games.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the audience feels that way or not. But that's how I feel.
Because there's a certain amount when it comes to like a filmed thing where you have to keep things moving, unfortunately, and that's
yeah. I mean, well, things need to move. I just don't know that they always need to move in a specific direction at a fast pace.
That's fair.
But like, I don't think you want like 2 or 3 sessions in a row of you're on a boat for a week where.
Well,
maybe
listen, my opinion of D&D is never get on a boat, but
no, but like in this of like you're in this area just dealing with and encountering these individuals that are on this boat that are sharing this ride with you. In a home game, sure, I would love that. In a game where that I'm trying to watch,
people say that, and
it's how much do you want a bottle episode?
Well, so you say that, and I get it on the one hand. On the other hand, one of the most popular TV shows is The Office, which took place exclusively in a paper company.
Yes, but
it was all about the interpersonal. There was like if you ask somebody what's the overarching story of The Office, they're gonna be like,
And I think a lot of the, like, if we are talking about TV shows, I think a lot of the popular ones are interpersonal based.
Very much so.
The Pit comes to mind for like a recent one that is like a cohesive cast that like is very interpersonal based. Any of those popular,
I mean, House was hugely popular.
Yeah, any of those like police procedural dramas are all about the people.
So like I'm not even saying like no, I disagree fundamentally. I'm just like, when people say like, oh, it's all about the story, I'm like, is it though?
That's true.
Is it? Movies, yes, but episodic TV type stuff.
There's a case to be made for either side. And I love playing in Tides so much. I love the interpersonal. I do get a little worried if people want to see 6 people just talk in character for like.
So I mean that's the thing. I don't know either.
We get into tiffs sometimes.
We have strong
opinions. People like that.
Our characters have very strong opinions.
People like that.
I don't think they would like it as a large recurring week by week.
No, but
forever.
I think it would happen less if we spent more time doing it.
True.
Counterintuitively.
Yes, I think like the arguments we would know what we're kind of thinking about, and we would spend less time in the middle of the argument.
I think the problem that
whatever
we
the
have
debate.
with Tides is that we keep okay, we barely figured out what we're gonna do for the next 5 minutes. Okay, now let's jump forward 6 hours. And it's like, whoa.
Like, play it out.
Yeah.
Hey.
We just figured out that we were going into town. We didn't hang on a second. Now we're all of a sudden, and to some degree we do that for various reasons and everything else, but I think that's part of it is we just figure out what we're going to do for the next little chunk of time, and then all of a sudden it's the next day and we've got to figure out what we're doing for that entire day, and it's whoa, okay.
I
fine.
did really like the pacing of our filmed episodes. I think that worked pretty well.
I think yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
think it also helps that we had time to think ahead. Those were they weren't scripted, but we knew what we were doing ahead of time.
We
so
had
there was no
ideas of
discussion.
where we were going.
we
and
had
stuff, yeah.
plans,
Yeah.
and
You
even
wanna
the fact
sauce
that we
me-
made some
A couple things. You want to sauce me that extension cord that my computer power is currently connected to?
Oh, this one all the way down here.
Yes,
You can
that
also
one.
have this one if you want.
That's okay. I
Okay.
think this will, because that's really long, and if you just unplug it and swing it around to me, I think that'll work great. You want to zoom that out slightly just to give them a
I can and do and will.
thank you,
And we'll swing it down a little.
just to get an idea of where I'm
And
going with
we
this
can
one.
always go to the full screen as needed.
Yeah.
There's
I
some
just wanted to
liquid
get
there,
that
by
set
the
up, and then we can continue our
Yeah.
lovely discussions.
I mean, for me, it's one of those things
Why
yeah.
is this half full?
Oh, it's not yours?
That's
No,
I'm
I don't
pretty sure,
drink
No, I'm
Monster.
pretty sure that's from Tom the other day, actually.
I didn't
'cause-
think Tom drank energy drinks.
Well, I don't have any of that flavor. He brought some in the other day
Ah.
during, I think it was
Okay.
Chump's Change, wasn't it? Anyways, doesn't matter.
I'm surprised he wouldn't drink energy drinks.
Well,
He's so busy
he doesn't
all the
as a
time.
general rule because he doesn't drink enough caffeine to temper the effect, I think.
Okay.
But
I just think they're disgusting.
yeah, even action stuff, I've had the same discussion around action stuff, and I'm 24 was one of the 24 was a cultural revolution in action TV, so to speak, because it was
Okay.
let's slow it down. Jack Bauer is a household name even outside of Canada, and their entire premise of the series was let's just take what would normally be a 10-minute plot in a movie and stretch it
Draw.
out over 24 episodes, and people loved it. They
Yeah.
love it.
That's fair.
That said, something like Lord of the Rings that condenses 4 years of travel into 3 movies is also super popular. So
Yeah. It is. I think it fundamentally just comes down to what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I haven't discussed it much with other people, but I'm not entirely certain what it is with Tides. Adventure, long-form adventure is what we're trying to do, but in terms of pacing, I'm not entirely
we're
sure.
in a weird spot with Tides where it's there's clearly meant to be a long form adventure, but we're already level what?
We're
Four.
level 3.
3? Yeah.
4. Oh, we're level
4. I think we're 4 now.
Which, I
Well,
mean,
I think-
considering a 1 to 20 long-form adventure, I think this...
Yeah, but
I'm okay.
but the
We
adventure-
we disagree on this because I'm
Yeah.
a level 3 starting point kind of
Yeah,
person,
I
and
know,
you're
I
a
know.
level 1 starting point kind of
Yeah.
person. So
I'm
I
a-
like the
Yeah.
push. to
I'm a level
3.
1 for the first month and a half person.
I may just start me at level 3, man.
So the thing I have is
Yeah.
if we half of the stuff that's going on in the game right now, if we were level 10, none of it would matter.
Sure, but that's why we're doing it when we're.
Yeah, but how we're gonna have to wrap this up pretty quick if
Well,
we're already level
no,
4.
I do
believe
feel
the
like
plan
dropping
is
an
to-
ocean on a society will still matter at level 10.
We would just stop it.
There.
I mean, seriously, do you
Yeah.
think anyone involved?
I've barely played
You
a
have
campaign
arrived
to level
late.
10.
That's
so.
okay, Bezkar. We appreciate you being here. We're building out mostly we're yapping about stuff, but we're building out the final boss for the floor. It's gonna be fun.
I'm just waiting for this guy to heat up.
Yeah.
That's all.
So, it's one of those things of I think we were quick to get to where we're at, and I believe, at least from my understanding, the intention was slow down.
See, and that to me doesn't work when you level fast and then like plateau? Because then it just feels like you've plateaued.
I do know.
Yeah.
I think Devin's approach to that is interesting, where he's stated like level 7 is where you can get to as a regular being in the world.
Yeah.
Like that's your max out, and
Yeah.
then there's gonna be something that pushes you beyond that point.
Yeah.
And I've had some like thoughts about it with Seval, because again, I love her. She's in my brain constantly. Where I've thought about like fun things to push towards it, visuals that could like accompany it. I love
Totally.
the jackalope visual, the bunny ears and the antlers visual, and I think
Yeah.
like pushing into Archdruid, having that like become a thing
Yeah.
would be wicked. Again, I'm looking very long term.
Yeah. No.
'Cause I'm always like a Fae kind of person. Ivacor knows that, and I think like of pushing a Fae influence into jackalope,
But-
into Archdruid, into
But at the same time, and yes, I agree, and those are very interesting and exciting like things to think
Ideas,
about
yeah.
as your character. My issue with like the level 7 is the max you can achieve as like a normal being, which is I think honestly in actual D&D terms that's actually probably high.
Yeah.
Probably like level 5 is the absolute ceiling for that. But
well, like a
but, like,
really like
that means we are half as powerful as the most powerful beings
Regular
in
guy.
the world.
no.
Well, the regular
Regular-
like Joe Schmo.
Anyone who we would
Yeah.
identify as a non-demigod, essentially, like the guy in the guy who's running the Diamond Skull, is just a guy. So theoretically, he shouldn't be higher than level 7.
Well, so
Which
like
means technically the 4 of us should be able, or the 6 of us should be able to smoke him.
in
like
theory,
sure, reasonably probably the
oh,
stat
hey,
block
that's way
that
sturdier than I thought it would be.
exists.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I got worried that like the acrylic
Yeah.
wouldn't grip. I'd have to like
No,
score
that-
it, but
that's pretty
with the
good.
hot glue, I always worry about hot glue.
Hot glue is an amazing invention.
It is an amazing invention, but I always worry about it
Smooth
peeling off of
things,
smooth
yeah,
surfaces.
yeah.
But this is like apparently fine. It'll
dig
hold
it.
a mini.
I
all I need.
assume that the stat block that exists, if we were to all jump him, yes. The issue is everyone around him. We're never going to be able to jump just him, right?
Well,
I think that's
I
fine.
mean, at level 4, that's true, but at level 6, we can just gate away.
No.
Not gate, sorry, but there's things that we can do at level 6.
You could at most dimension door like one other person, I believe. Because
yeah.
you don't get like teleport of more than just you at that level. Really?
Not explicitly, but we have more than one caster in the group. Right?
Yeah. Well, like
At level, it's not far from now that we could just, like, if we wanted to, we could just screw with the world, which I think is fair, by the way.
Mhm.
I think that in terms of D&D power levels, that's correct.
I do feel like
It's just that, like, we're halfway there.
we will get plateaued. Like
Oh, I think we have to, which is where I'm like, I would have rather spend more time
at a lower level.
building our characters rather than getting to, oh, cool, we can cast Fireball. Now you don't get to do, now you're not growing for a while. Now you're just on fetch quests for a while. That's where I'm kind of like,
You would have preferred a more linear
Yeah.
like progression.
Yeah.
Interesting.
yeah, no. I mean, I see the argument. I think it's mostly and a thing of like at low level you get very much set in the this is the only thing my character can do, and for a storytelling to like once again to an audience you get very set in the this is the only thing I can do. If we ever get into a fight, I get to do one thing and
Well,
that's it.
But see, at level 1, you shouldn't be getting into a lot of fights. Like, that's just
Yeah.
a bad idea.
I do get why that was your gripe with our group. Is everything we got into
Yeah.
ended in a fight.
We kept fighting things. It's like, this is a bad idea.
It is. That I agree
I
with.
tried to stay out of fights.
I
Fights
also
came
tried
to
to-
me.
Yeah.
I didn't deal damage until
I mean, I
the
was
one fight I cast Moonbeam.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
but that was after the fight had very much begun.
to be fair,
Um,
I think up until that point, I was our damage dealer at one point for a good amount with 1 damage.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
Like for me, it's you should spend it in any D&D. First of all, a D&D game in general for me is you start as just people that don't know each other. And like, if you are starting as a group that is already an adventuring group and everything else, then yes, you shouldn't be starting at level 1. You should be starting higher than that, and the challenge should be commensurate to that. But for me, it's like, cool, we just met each other. It would be odd that we aren't just some people. Like, for a level 1, joining a booze cruise makes perfect sense, because that's like a thing that people would do. But then having it be part of some like global conspiracy is like, okay, that's fine.
That's cool.
But like,
I liked it.
I enjoy it, but like, it necessitates us leveling up.
It does.
There is no way we can't be a higher level with that storyline, which is fine. That's a choice, and I will never tell a DM that they're DMing wrong, especially Devin, who's, you know, he's
Quite
great.
good at what he does.
He's
yes.
great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, it's not very sandbox if you shoehorn your party into, and to be fair, I don't think Devin ever said it was a sandbox. But it's like, by creating that story arc, you put a clock on the game, and
which I do feel like there was, I maybe accidentally forced his hand on that one a little bit without knowing.
Yeah.
Just by being the character that I am, which is interesting.
Sure.
But also,
because
like,
he said that like this was supposed, like a lot of this plot was like background stuff that he had planned, and I just kind of, you know, joined a cult.
Yeah. Well, okay, fair enough, but
yeah.
And it like it basically like unveiled the like real reason the cruise was happening and all that
but
stuff.
even before you joined the cult, like in episode like 2, we ended up destroying half a city. Like, we were already in
Committing
the thick
crime.
of it.
Yeah, and if you look at it, anyways, it's like we go to like 5 places, have 2 pubs in each, right? Like, without something happening.
Well, I fully expected something to happen, but I expected it to be us
Small things,
initiating it.
bandits or like somebody trying to rob the
Yeah.
pub while we're there, and we end up being the ones to like.
Yeah.
Joining the Order of the Ivy speed ransom things. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Like, to be fair, there were things that we did to accelerate the story. I think because some of the group just wants to get on with it, and I think that's my thing, is like, for me, getting on with it is a weird thing to think about in D&D terms, because
Fair.
it's like,
Because it's a
well, what are we here for? We're here to create a story. There's no getting on with it.
Yeah.
There's no end point.
Yeah, like, I mean, I've played with players that are like very much of like, here's my goal, and I'm like, cool, but what about like the short term? And they're
Yeah.
like, I don't know how we even can accomplish the goal. I'm like, yeah, you're trying to fight a demigod.
Yeah,
like, your goal is to fight a demigod and his cult, and you have no immediate plan on
Yeah,
how to
it's
do that.
like,
You just
okay,
want to fight all
you're-
of them. I'm just
yeah.
like,
you just shoved a snake that ate like
Yeah.
half the fucking population out
Don't,
of them.
They
don't
did
be an
do that.
underpants gnome. Be a,
Yeah.
you know.
no, it's just, but it's just, they're like very much of like, this is what we want to do. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool, but what about like tomorrow's plan?
Yeah.
Because
That's
you're now
also a
here.
thing, yeah.
and like,
That I agree.
it's fine to have lofty ideals, but like,
Yeah.
if you immediately go, I want to fight this cult, the cult's gonna go, you're dead, because
Right.
it's a cult that's been here
Right.
for centuries, and you're
Build
some-
your wizard tower, recruit your following, gain
Yeah.
power, rule over a city for a while to build up resources,
and play
then-
in second edition.
I mean, the thing is, you can do that in the. They never actually got rid of downtime.
No.
They just did.
So in second edition, you had a thing once certain classes,
Well,
not
I
every
know.
class.
I know.
Yeah, reached
The
a
reason I
certain
bring all
level.
this up is because since I give Austin a ride, he talks about second edition
Yeah,
ceaselessly.
no. I
And
know that
they-
in second edition it was like a thing that your class did, like it was baked in, but they never got rid of it. They
I'm
just-
not saying
No.
I don't like you talking about second edition ceaselessly while I drive. It's just very funny that I know a lot about it now.
And I've learned more about various gacha games than I ever intended.
That's right.
So
Do not call me out live on stream, I swear to God.
you bought this. Listen, you started this.
Yeah, you definitely started this.
But like, no, it's one of those things of like, they have the freedom to go other places, but they're just choosing to like
Focus.
on a thing,
And that's
which
the
is
thing
fine.
I think a lot
Yeah.
of players do, because that's what I did, is I went, oh, there's a cult trying to destroy the world. That is my
Well, and
sole
to be
purpose in
to
life.
be fair, I
Yeah.
think that's totally fair as a character who's
Yeah.
aware that a cult is going to. the fact that we even found out about the cult is a little sus. Like,
It's really funny how things worked out.
Beskar says, my 2 cents on higher leveling up. Each character needs a moment to break through their limits at major milestones, like every 5 levels, as that's like a new stage of the level's life. Yeah, absolutely.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's the thing for me is like
That's why I love milestone XP.
Milestone is, don't get me wrong, Milestone is unequivocally the best way to do it.
Yes.
XP is...
Because otherwise, why don't you just sit in an alleyway killing rats forever?
It's not a balanced thing. But then, like, to Beskar's point, like, having major milestones every few levels. I tend to do every 3 levels is, like, to me, a thing. Because for me, I've talked about this a little bit on stream, and I know people disagree with me on this, and that's fine. Everybody is more than entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
But for me, as a level 1 character, you are already one of the most powerful people in the world.
I mean, if you
at
go by,
level
like,
2
average,
or 3,
yeah.
you're like, what the hell level of power?
See, and that just comes down to world building, I think. Because that's different worlds are going to have different...
Well, but like a world can't have everybody like
At level 10
If
or-
everybody was able to like cast spells and shit, then like the world doesn't work, right? There are no
Well,
merchants at that point.
The world that you know it as, right, doesn't work as well because it's one of those things of like you always look at like political figures in D&D have to have like wild stats because of the existence of magic that can
Got it.
dominate minds,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And they have to like make it so that you just can't do that to these people, or they
Yeah.
have incredible saves.
Yeah.
Because when such magic exists, you then have to like take a look at
Sorry.
like what does that do to the world? Like, I'm like looking at. I was reading a place in lore that was like talking about like they drug all their people, like they drug the water and everything. So I'm like, cool, but like create food and water as a spell.
Yeah.
Does that mean literally no one can cast it
Right.
here?
Yeah.
Because like that's what it has to mean.
Yeah.
Which
literally.
means that they'd have
Literally.
to destroy X, like, people because...
Or you just don't get to that level because that you need to be like level 5.
Yeah.
Right.
And admittedly, like to be fair, when you're the head of a religion, you get to do that. But then like once you get to level 6 and you can do it twice a day and you can feed an absurd amount of people, and
Yeah.
thus the entire plan of this group falls apart.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There's
And
a
it's
lot
like-
of interesting...
like to me, it's just one of those things. If you assume that your local blacksmith can also like take out a dragon, then okay, cool. Then your world is fine with lots of magic and lots of power and
Yeah.
everything else. If you assume that the average city doesn't have anyone above level 2,
Yeah.
which is reasonable if you play it as an actual functional city that has like merchants and everything else,
Mhm.
then when a level 3 walks into the city, it's not going to be like, screw that person, they're not important. It's going to be like, you're the most powerful person we've ever seen. Holy shit.
That's
I
true.
think that's like a very fundamental difference because I think most D&D settings, official or otherwise, doesn't have level 3 being overtly powerful. Like it's like more like they have a lot of commoners, sure, but like there's also like a lot of people that run around with
Okay.
like access to level 2 spells still.
Well, define lots of people.
Well, like I'm looking at like if you look at most places
Professors,
that
scholars...
have members of organized religion, right? Like at a minimum, look at like any cleric stat block. Like you get the ones that can cast level 1 is the lowest, and then you get the ones that can cast at least like spiritual guidance, like a level 3 spell is like the one step up. There really isn't any middle ground. So based off of how D&D is presenting itself, they present it as people who can cast leveled spells are fairly common in places of gatherings. Not like maybe at your village, but your cities.
Yeah, maybe. I've never read it that way. Like, I think the problem is most people don't look at things like the commoner stat block,
Mm-hmm.
who are the commoners.
Yeah, no, like
A cleric stat block should be like, that's the guy.
but they have various levels of cleric stat block.
I know.
Right? And like the basic one is like, yeah, you get like a couple first level spells a day, that's it. But then the one step up is you can
But
cast, like,
I'm
Spirit
saying
Guardians.
that's already the exceptional guy.
Yeah, like the exceptional guy's level 1 stat block in your village because he's like, oh, he's the one guy that takes care of the shrine and he knows basic healing for when someone gets
See,
hurt.
and the way I read it, it's not the guy in the village, it's the guy in the city.
I mean, I think that's a very big difference though between you and then the average D&D setting. The average D&D setting wouldn't have that be the guy in the city.
I don't know how true that is. Like, how many D&D settings actually call out there being like significant numbers of these people?
So a lot of like D&D settings will go like, oh, here's the person running whatever it is. Like I was reading like old stuff and they were like, yeah, here's like a random piss water back area that has a level 12 cleric. And I'm just like, sure. I guess we have a level 12 cleric here for some unknown reason to me. And it was just some random backwater place.
Well, but in those circumstances, the way I've always seen it is more a case of like the backwater place exists because this person went there and other people came to them.
No, this is a person that grew up in this area that like
I mean,
like, rose through ranks
in fairness,
this area.
the old D&Ds were also
very high magic.
rather broken and weird, and also a level 20 wizard could also still get killed very easily.
Yeah, back then you didn't even roll hit points; you just got 1 hit point per level.
Yeah,
it was great.
yeah. Like, I mean, there were things about old D&D that were like, yeah, okay, you can like kill people in one shot, but also
They can kill you in one
if you
shot.
fall off a roof, you're dead, sort of thing. Like, but Beskar said, which I think is probably, I would generally agree with this. Like, level 5 is the max level someone can train to over their entire life if they dedicate themselves to that for their entire life. Like, I think that's probably in the right
Like that's
realm.
like a reasonable realm until we start talking about elves and the fact that they live for 7 centuries or more. And then
That's
it's like
also-
Sure.
this
Like,
is-
if you have a 600-year-old elf, I
Yeah.
would, like, that's a level 9 or 10 or something, I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's fairly reasonable.
yeah.
They still have to be someone who's dedicated their entire life to that. But what I am saying is, like, you're not going to get to level 5 over the course, in my opinion, with power levels at least, you're not going to get to level 5 over the course of a couple of months of playtime.
No, and like
Which is usually what our D&D games are.
yeah, no. I think that's like the average D&D game is like that.
I think
also
so.
don't
Yeah.
necessarily agree with it.
Yeah.
I do like having lots of downtime. I do like having a more reasonable level progression, but it's just one of those things of like if you have it as you can do that, then you have to like look at like what does the world look like when
you
in
can
3
do
months
that.
someone becomes level 7.
Right.
But there's also
right.
something to be said about we are the protagonists. The players
We-
are the protagonists.
Sure.
We are the super people, and that's fine. I get that. But the problem is, if we're all Superman, then like the random bandits that the Diamond Skull sends after us are also Supermen because they have to be in order to be a threat to us. And then you end up in this power creep where it's like, okay, so any given person walking down the street might be a level 12 like caster, and we need to be watching out for power word kills.
Yeah.
It's a different, and again, I'm not saying any of this is wrong. I'm just, that's why for me, you start at level 1, I give you challenges that are reasonable for level 1s.
Yeah.
And then we build up to it over the course of
It's
you
an
know,
interesting
several
consequence.
sessions. It
Yeah.
depends on how often we play. And as a result, I find for the most part that the players that I run through my games form a much stronger bond to their characters.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
That is...
I mean, as part of it also, I do like stop using humanoid enemies less and less when I play
Sure,
as
yep.
when as a DM
It's a
because
thing. Yep.
once it does
Yep.
go into that problem of how does everyone not
Well, I
like,
think
be reasonable?
I
not
think
be
if you're
gods?
gonna use them, you kind of have to explain it away as like they are getting divine power from something.
Yeah.
Like,
But and then like leave it as more of that. So I do tend to go heavy on humanoids early because it's when I feel most that they're at their best, and then go into the okay, we're just almost exclusively fighting monsters now.
Yeah. which I think is the right approach
Yeah.
to a large extent. Also because if you're fighting humanoids, you kind of have to be prepared with a backstory of how the hell they became that powerful. Like, even if your power level isn't that crazy, like even if you're playing a high level, where like high levels are more common, it's like, but who are they that they are this powerful? Like if the 6 of us in Tides are fighting this wizard in his tower, now it's only 4 of you, but if he can stand against 4 of you, it's like, damn, that's a powerful wizard. I wonder what his backstory is.
Which I think Devin has.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Fair.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Devin doesn't have these things prepared.
Yeah,
but
I know.
it's like the average DM would have to have that prepared to have an answer for that if it ever came up.
Yeah.
And like I've done that, and I'm sad when I don't get to use my backstory.
Well, see, there's part of the problem for me is like you do the work, you have to do the work to prepare it, and then inevitably it doesn't get used.
I did a whole thing where I had a wizard who was like going through a depression era, and then was like, and
Sorry,
like
that's hysterical
had
to me.
a bunch of problems, and then the players went to fight him, and I was like, okay, here's like all of his story that you need to know in this lovely journal he's been keeping, just so then you have it, so we have answers. And then our players never picked it up.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, I'm glad that I went through the effort of making a physical pop for you to read
Yeah, right?
through,
Yep.
for
I
you
feel
to never see it.
Yeah.
I just make my players pick it up.
No, well,
Which
that's the
isn't-
issue.
That's the issue.
I didn't
know.
even have the opportunity to say it really existed outside of you see him going over a book, because my players kind of lost the fight because they made a lot of questionable decisions going into it.
Shouldn't you be doing the other one?
Eh?
You're gluing that to it. Don't you want the other one?
No.
Okay.
No, because there's broken ladders.
There's broken ladders.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're doing broken ladders.
I see.
Yes.
So I didn't have an opportunity to say my players found it because a lot of questionable decisions happened that caused them to
Yep.
3 out of 5 of them died, I think, that fight.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's
They
a thing.
decided leaving was the correct decision.
That's
So
not
you
a
know
bad
that is the
solution.
correct decision.
Yeah,
so.
that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm always a fan of like, to me, D&D is the long game. It's the game you play for 10 years.
Yeah.
And not everybody agrees with that. Not everybody wants to do that. That's totally fine. But to me,
yeah.
that's what it is.
I tend to experiment a lot more with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love one-shots. I love like making unique, like small things that make
Don't get me wrong.
Sure, but you can-
One-shots are a brilliant
Insano.
thing. It's
insane,
just,
stupid stuff.
for me, you have your campaign that you run for like 10 years, and then like you do other random one-shots and stuff along the way.
That's fair.
That's my thing. Like, because like Dread, one-shots, all that stuff is super fun. But going through the arc of a character it's a lifetime journey. So
True.
yeah. If you run through it and get through it in 3 months, it's like, okay, well, that was a memorable and everything, but like I wasn't very invested in it.
No, and like when any of my like games, I do always intend like, no, we're playing this for multiple years.
Yeah.
Is like the intention of this story pacing I always go for. Just because it's always like, I don't know how much you have players that like just to do kind of random stuff, which is fine, and like it's always going to be a thing. So it's like you can't, like, you just have to let it breathe. Because what you find important, the story that you want to tell, isn't always necessarily
I always
what other people.
reinforce players what they want to do. Always.
Yeah.
The players are never wrong. Except when they metagame. Then they're wrong.
Ooh.
When James wanted to devote a significant amount of his time to picking up and cataloging various flowers, rock on. I made a whole mechanic for it.
Nice.
Yep.
Because if that's something you want your character to do, great. That just gives me more to work with. When he started overusing the backflip as charisma mechanic, I put a bit of a stop to it. Initially it was like, I'm going to do a backflip to impress someone. I'm like, I'll allow it. And I let him do it for a long time. And to be clear, I still let him do it throughout, but I made it very clear after a while. It's like, this is going to work for less important things. if it comes
mean,
to something
yeah.
important, I'm not letting you do this.
I mean, it also is like context dependent. Like, you're gonna backflip to impress a king,
Yeah,
unless you're like,
in his case, the mayor.
hiring?
But
is the mayor hiring you to do something that requires acrobatics? No, then that
No,
doesn't mean much.
but he rolled really, really well.
No, but that's fair. But it's like one of those of like context is still important.
Yeah.
Like, sure, I'll let you do it. It just doesn't mean it's gonna be super effective. You could do a hell of
Yeah.
a backflip. He can go, hey, that's sick.
That's right.
But also, I need someone for a speaking position.
Right,
and
right,
Your
yeah,
backflips mean
yeah.
nothing to me.
Right. Well, and like to be clear, I always did that. But like when it was just like, you know, social lubricant type charisma, where it's like, you know, I want this person to be more like receiving of our suggestions. I'm like, I mean, yeah, if you impress them enough doing anything, that's reasonable.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
But at the same time, if it came down to like, hey, I want you to give us this prized possession, it's like, no, you're gonna have to do more than a backflip anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, merchant's not going to be impressed by your backflip. To
not
give you a
not
discount.
impressive and not impressed enough to give up their entire life training of being a merchant. Yeah. Yeah.
But random person at the party, they're going to be impressed.
The mayor was impressed enough to what were they doing? There was something. It wasn't. It was like getting information. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was one of those things where it's like I kind of want you guys to have this anyways, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody in the party was any good at charisma checks. So James was like, "What if I just did a really good backflip?" I'm like,
Yeah, man.
"If you do a really good one, I'll let you have it. If you do a bad one, you're gonna get kicked out." He rolled like a 24 with modifiers, and this was at like level 2.
Holy.
Rogues are going to rogue.
Yeah. So
Yep. Oh, that's hilarious.
like, okay, I think he rolled a 19, not a 20, but still, it was like, fuck me.
Yep.
At level 2, a rogue could have you +7 to acrobatics at level
Yeah, I
1.
don't think he had a +7, but I think he did have a +5, and I think it was a 19 modified to 24, and it was just,
Yeah, that makes
and then it
sense.
became a thing. He would just do it to impress people. I'm like, that's fine. I will happily give you like a little bit of a charisma buff if you succeed on the roll.
Mhm.
And occasionally he's biffed it, and sometimes that either
Resulted
cost
in
him
funny things
money
as
or
well.
or reputation or whatever. The one time he managed to kick over the vendor's stall as part of his backflip and had to pay for the damaged goods.
Freaking my cabbage's ass
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
That's what I love about D&D. You can do anything.
Yeah. That is the
that's-
key thing of it.
That's why you play it, right?
I played it in grade 8. I climbed a bookshelf, rolled terribly as my very first action, and it crushed me.
yeah.
Like, it allows you to do some just silly things.
Yeah.
And also some very incredibly moving and emotional and
No, for
poignant
sure.
moments.
Yeah. And I think that's where, for me, the longer you play a character, the more likely you are to have those emotional ties into the game and your character.
Yeah.
Like right now, in Ties to Bind, if we were like, screw the entire story so far, we're just going to go off and become treasure hunter, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But I think if we had spent 2 months dealing with the ship, I'd be like, no, I care about the captain. I'm actually friends with him. I want to go and right now, if it was like, well, we need to sacrifice the boat, the captain and the boat to
Oh yeah,
to
we just
further,
sent him fucking off.
I'd be like, all right, fine.
I mean, I'm glad you think that.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure we just did it. So
Yeah.
we did.
Someone might have
so-
sacrificed
I-
some stuff.
I think there's a decent chance the captain's going to end up dead. So like,
Considering the situation we find ourselves in with the wizard, they're pretty screwed.
well, I think there's a good chance you guys are going to end up
Oh.
dead, but that's a separate problem.
Oh,
I
have
have a
problem.
plan.
Do you have a plan? Good, because I don't. I'm the one that got us in the mess. I don't have a plan.
Hey, powerful wizard with no morals. We're batteries.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm just gonna give him the keys to making more batteries if he agrees to let us go.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that was my plan.
then Devin doesn't need to build another BBEG for the campaign. He has one on a silver platter.
I'm just here to help out Devin. You
Yeah.
want an evil man? Here's an evil man.
I mean, I'm fine with finding some more people to recruit to the cause.
Oh, good
I
lord.
just, it was one of those things that I'm going to do some more research out here on the street before we go into this. And then you were just like, no, we're going inside. It's like, okay, I'll catch up.
In my defense, someone said you should go knock on the door, and I went,
Yeah,
okay.
you did what you were told.
Yeah. If you don't want me to knock on the door, you shouldn't have
Don't-
specifically told me to
no.
knock on the door.
Well, in fairness, going inside wasn't necessarily the problem. Spilling the entire beans about the fact that you're walking manor batteries might have been a bad choice.
I was asked to.
Before we made the agreement.
Yes. Yeah.
I was told that he had to be impressed, and I didn't. There
And
were
I
two
could
things that
have
impressed
pulled
him.
out our crystal and it would have been fine.
Yeah, but then we have to give him the crystal.
And if
In my mind, I didn't have to give him my arm.
and if we had made a plan ahead of time, all of this could have happened. But you know
Sure.
what?
I do like that we got ourselves into
The
some
thing
problems.
is,
just
like
say
chaos
it's-
is fun
yeah.
too. It's not like I'm saying like, oh, that was a mistake. It's like it's
a fun
It's a happy
mistake.
accident. It's fun. It's
Oh,
cool.
Was it a mistake? Yeah. You
Well,
let
it
Or-
was, but
Listen,
it
you
was
let
It
Ori
is a
set-
mistake. It's just a
There
fun
are
mistake.
there are no mistakes. There are happy accidents.
No, it's a mistake.
Best
No,
guy
the
says
mistake-
save all's
yeah.
plans don't seem to have worked out much so far for the Order of the Ivy. No,
it's a very fun way to play a very incompetent character and to mask the fact that I'm very incompetent.
I love it.
Listen, also, you let Orisa talk. That's on, I guess, the
Yeah,
other
it's-
three, not
That's
you.
on
It's not
all
on
of
me.
us.
That's on everyone else. They let me talk.
Yeah, we sent away the game, and then I stayed outside, and you all went in, and you let Arzat be the face man.
Yeah, someone with 7 charisma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's happy accidents. Happy accidents.
Completely driving me up the wall.
Yeah. At this point, I mean, my characters, like Imus's motivations have been completely eradicated. So now he is just like, no, we're gonna burn it all to the ground.
Fair enough.
My motivations are, I just wanted to find a place to live.
Well,
And every place that
that
we're
was a-
going to sucks.
That was essentially my motivation too. Was like, I'm going to get out of Dodge and go somewhere else. And then it became we're going to I'm now being hunted by people. So okay, and B, I've found the immediate result of me joining a booze cruise was hooking up with a bunch of people that seemed to want to do exactly the sort of thing that my old life was part of. Okay, I guess that's just me.
You
Fine.
just, the joke, are you back? I'm feeling I'm back.
I think I'm back.
I do find that hilarious.
Yeah.
Saval just went, oh, my parents suck and don't believe that I should go adventuring, so I'm going to prove them wrong, and immediately got into a cult.
The worst
Immediately, like the
situation
worst,
possible.
like,
Your parents might have been right.
yeah, honestly.
Just go back to
And then it turns out that the one family member who everybody was like, they were wrong, they shouldn't have left, they're a black sheep, they're
Yeah.
a pariah,
Yeah.
like, they shouldn't have done that, and I meet them and they're part of a cult.
Yeah.
So,
I just gotta throw it out there. Maybe adventuring isn't for the bunny life.
Perhaps.
look, I think they were right.
Perhaps the real adventure was the wine we drank along the way.
Yes. Always yes.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying Tides.
I love
I
Tides.
hope that we haven't lost anything by taking the
A
time
break,
in
yeah.
between. Imus is John Wick. Yeah.
Yeah.
minus Keanu Reeves' coolness. I'll still accept it.
I mean, that's a hard bar to have.
I
though.
mean, yeah.
Keanu
like,
Reeves is a high bar.
If anyone were to tell me that I had John Wick, Keanu Reeves level coolness, I'd be like, "Thank you for lying." Now,
Here's the 20.
yeah, here's what I owe you. But to be fair, nobody's killed Imus's dog yet, so
That's true.
Yeah, no, I'm very curious to actually see what happens with the game. So since you're here, Beskar, and I think I've, of course, probably still hanging out too. Not tomorrow, Wednesday, we are filming.
Or they are filming.
Well, yeah,
You guys are
I'm not going to be in it, but I'm going to be here helping them. They're filming the game's side quest of going to talk to people. Because Tom couldn't be here for the sessions that we were filming, so it got. Anyways, game's off doing things, we're off doing things, and then we're gonna come back together. So the game being off doing things is what we're filming Wednesday, and I'm excited to see what happens with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know why YouTube is being silly again.
Well,
Just flagging auto mod stuff, and then we'll reconvene once we discover whether or not you get all wasted by the wizard.
Listen, we still didn't spell crucial information that the wizard needs.
Yeah.
So he still needs us.
That's God.
Oh,
Oh no, Imus is Keanu Reeves cool. Now kill the party in the next session for me. I don't think I need to. I think they're doing that all by themselves.
That's true.
listen,
Imus just has to stand there and not
Imus-
do anything.
Iris has the most important role, and that is staying alive so the story can still continue.
That's right. We need somebody alive from the original group so that we can still pretend it's the same story. Literally, Imus was just like, well, we're not in a rush, right? This is sort of a side quest. And then you guys were like, no, we're going balls deep on this. It's like, okay. I was still talking to the street
Well,
urchins.
that's true. However, it was fun. Counter
No.
argument.
Again, I'm not saying anybody did anything wrong. Well, again, mistake,
Yes.
but happy accident.
People
Yes.
did stuff wrong. Most of it was me.
And at this point, I'm
For
actually...
once, it wasn't me. Actually, I should
That's
be
right.
That
saying.
is-
Yeah.
And we applaud you for that.
The problem is you guys haven't been gone long enough, anywhere near long enough for
I
Imus
must
to
be concerned.
react yet, right? Like at
No.
some point he is going to.
I think there are windows.
I would suggest heavily that you guys might want to mention the fact that there are people that know you're there.
Are you within message range?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yes.
just outside.
Okay.
Like I'm not far.
Yep.
Messages reasonably.
120 feet.
Yeah, I mean certainly if you try a couple times, I'm within range. I'm not massively close, but I'd say I'm within probably 100 foot of the door. So, and I'll be moving
On an
around a bit.
angle.
Kind of tough. We went up a lot of steps.
Like I said, try it a couple times and I'll be there.
I'm just more
I'll
thinking
be where-
Pythagorean theorem says you probably not.
Well, I might not be where I was, but I also suspect at some point I'll meander towards the tower. Like,
Yeah, if you
again,
know
try it
this
a
is-
few times and you'll get me.
Yeah.
No,
Nigel will survive it all. I believe you.
Nigel will survive it.
He
all.
will.
We know that.
Especially if there are windows, because Nigel can,
yeah, just
Yeah.
out of here.
because he can fly-ish.
He can glide.
He can
Yeah.
fall with style.
Falling with
Now,
style.
it's whether or not the wizard wants to make a scene of shooting a squirrel that's currently jumping out his window.
So my understanding, my limited understanding of what Devin has told us is that the wizard experiments on the marine life because it doesn't raise as much suspicion.
Yeah.
That was my reading of that. Now maybe he is just super into marine life, but I read that as sort of a he can get away with it.
I read both.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
It's a little of both, I think. Um,
I would recommend you get further away from the death trap called Save All for the betterment of your health.
hey.
They're all death traps.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it does seem that I'm connected to a lot of the issues, but we do have to remember where this all started,
It's true.
which was Nigel's nuts situation.
Nigel's not, and I got blamed for that somehow.
Well, it is your fault.
It is your fault.
Excuse me. I tripped and fell.
That's right.
He decided to swap the nut for magical nuts, and then I went, that was probably a bad idea.
And
he
then
went,
you convinced him to get rid of them, which caused everything bad to happen.
we have no proof
I mean,
that that was how that relationship worked.
in fairness, there were several people that were at fault for that.
I just don't believe, at minimum, me.
you are probably one of the lesser at faults. I will never admit to that in game, but
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I mean, for starters, the whole like I gotta go get my nuts back is like she's only had them for like an hour. Like how
And-
long do you?
But they are from, was the Crystal Fallen?
Yeah,
ones?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
Primaris.
They
Well,
were,
Primaris, sorry.
they were important to him. It's not that it was like, oh, get in the back is unreasonable. It was like, he
Also,
had-
it's 5 copper.
and
Just knock on the door and go, here's your copper back.
and also, don't get me wrong, I love that Nigel has that like person. I'm not saying Sam did something bad
love,
by
love,
playing
love
it this way. I
Nigel.
think it's great, but the fact that it was like he gave it up willingly for a 5 copper deposit or whatever,
Like-
and then like an hour later, he's like, oh, I miss my nuts. I better go get them.
His nuts were not important enough to be worth gold,
Yeah.
right? But important enough that he was willing to break into someone's private area, like where they're sleeping,
Yeah.
and then steal them back
Mhm.
without just.
Beskar says, Nigel is innocent and blameless. Take his name out of your mouth, you slanderous.
As I said, I
Reprobates.
have no understanding that what Nigel did and the correlation
I-
between everything, to me, 2 separate acts
I-
that might be related,
I
but
think
likely not.
that the way Sam played that was
Perfect.
beautiful.
Mhm.
I just think it's hilarious that Nigel like so willingly gave them up and then like so quickly afterwards was like, I gotta go get them back.
This was a mistake.
Yeah, it's like he like instantly got homesick from not having his
It's
nuts
so
on him, and I think it's adorable and wonderful and perfect. But it's just hilarious that like the actual game time that passed was so short.
Oh yeah.
And knowing Sam, he is fully aware of that and played it 100% intentionally.
Oh yeah.
Which makes it all the better. But yeah.
I love it. I truly love the Tides crew, and I really
It's
hope
fun.
that like our different film schedule doesn't change.
No, I think what we'll do is next, like towards the end of next week, I'll start pinging everybody in the Discord, in the channel, and be like, okay, like let's, even if people want to get on a video call or something, just to like sort of warm ourselves back up to it, because it will have been 3 weeks, 4
or like
weeks,
maybe
basically.
if possible, like slightly earlier call time, get people.
I would
like,
love if people can come in early. I know for some people that will be difficult because of
work and all
jobs, but
Yeah.
even if it's just a case of sort of like the RP server helps with that a little bit, but we've all been so busy, it's been hard, and so getting us together to, even if we all just spend a bit of time doing some RP on a voice channel or something, that and maybe let other people jump in and listen or whatever, but yeah, I don't want us to come back and feel like we're aliens to what's going on. I want everybody sort of fresh.
Oh, there goes that. Anyway.
This is looking great.
It's looking fantastic.
I'm
I don't know.
gonna switch over to the map cam for a minute. I mean, you can see what you're doing, but I'm gonna switch over to the mini cam. It looks so good.
It's very exciting.
It
I'm
looks
glad.
so good. Yeah.
I love the like color contrast. Everything looks
It's perfect.
fantastic.
It's so good.
Oh, I'm so excited to get
Yeah.
you guys chucked down this entire thing.
You
So,
fall 80
listen,
feet, you're dead.
All I know is we just have to get to that very top bit and then we win.
Yes. Well, yeah,
That's everything.
that is in fact your goal.
Whether it be
think of
how
it-
well will that be translated to the characters? I don't know.
Think of it this way, Austin.
You see a giant room with just steel girders and ladders.
What is poppin'? We are doing some building. This is, I'll switch back real quick again. This is going to be our final boss fight for the floor that we're on now. The
Legally distinct
monkey theme.
Uh,
We decided so it's going to be vertical. We're gonna put that in a stand, and we're going to have like an honest to god vertical fight. It's gonna be super fun. Hey Richter, how's it going? The map is looking so good. The map is looking so
Fantastic.
good.
I'm glad. I'm glad people are excited.
I'm gonna put together a frame for it for next week, and it's gonna be just so frickin' great. The Dungeon of Suffering, yes. I think this. Do you have enough ladders, or should I print off a few more?
Print off a
we
few
need a
more.
few
We're
more.
gonna need a lot more
Print off a
ladders,
few
and that's
more,
okay.
Fair enough.
Probably only need 3. No, those 2 over there are just
They're a
full
little
ladders
short,
on their own, so probably 4.
Think of it this way, Austin. Like, we have to get to the top. Is maybe not even correct. Like, the thing is, something has to get to the top, and I'm thinking fire could get there so much faster than we can.
I'm thinking Unseen Servant just walks up. See
There
what
you
happens.
go. Press
We
the
just-
button.
Yeah.
Beep. Oh God, YouTube Automod is so.
Alright, is it not like Richard's message? Oh
No, it was Bezkar's. Oh Jesus, Donkey Kong, the suffering shall be hilarious. Like, I mean,
Oh.
I guess that's, but like, come on. Very Donkey Kong-esque is a. It is a legally distinct version of Donkey Kong. I mean, in fairness, I don't think we can actually get in much trouble if we aren't using the actual like characters.
No, but like,
But
it's one of those of like
there's inspiration to be sure. Yes.
inspiration. Yeah, Nintendo likes their lawyers a lot.
Are we
Yeah.
big enough to get Nintendo's
Well,
attention?
the thing is,
Nintendo went after
the
like
thing
a
is, like,
preschool.
the reality is we're
having-
not
yeah.
selling this product. We're not doing it. Like, we're not.
No,
I don't actually think if we called it, if we actually said like we're fighting Donkey Kong,
No.
or
Yeah.
like we're literally doing this, I think there would be, but I don't think
No.
anything we've done obviously we joke around about legally distinct and everything else,
Yeah.
but I don't think anything we've done
The
even
closest would be this map, and also, actually,
It
But
falls
they-
within
they
parity
don't-
rights
they
Yes.
don't. Yeah, exactly. They don't own
The
red
map.
and blue ladders. Like
and girders and whatnot.
also, just on the subject, this is a great
Yes.
segue. We are considering, and by considering I mean
Yes.
at some point going to do this, we're just not certain when,
yes,
going to move to using channel points for inspiration rather
Yes.
than monetary
this
inspiration.
is a change
Oh.
we are going to be making.
we are
some
still
people,
working on the details.
yes, some people will probably be more excited than others because
Sorry, Beskar.
I think Beskar will be fine with it. So we say this partly now because if you want to start building up some channel points, watching on Twitch is a winning strategy. The reason that we are moving away from the monetary stuff, at least for now, for inspiration, not right now, by the way.
Yeah,
No,
not an announcement in the slightest. I'm bringing it up because you can accumulate them by watching on Twitch
Yeah.
instead of YouTube.
We will be moving to this at some point in the not too distant future, but not immediate either.
Yes.
We want to do channel points for a couple reasons, and YouTube doesn't have anything equivalent, so we're going to do
Which
it on
is
Twitch, and that's just going to be a thing. One of the big reasons is we want to try a bunch of shit with channel points and with inspiration and channel points and everything else, and we always feel bad about changing things when
Not
it's people's dollars on the line.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it's channel points and we do something and it turns out to be a complete faff, we don't care at all because they're channel points. I mean, come on. And we can always award channel points. If we're like, you know what, we screwed everybody over, here's 10,000 channel points each or whatever, we can just do that.
we can do that.
It's not a
and
problem. Channel points are a Twitch thing. Beskar, we are still figuring out if there's other ways we can incorporate other stuff, which is why we're not moving to it right away. But Twitch does channel points. When you watch, you collect channel points, and you can get them in like polls and everything else. And
That's
there's
the
We
just,
do
other-
betting.
You can bet.
that's the thing.
That's
I
the-
love. I want to do
that's what
betting.
I'm
of,
excited
will
about.
we survive this? How many people go down? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's
Yeah.
the part that we're really excited about is that like Twitch offers things like you can pool
Pools.
points for like we can like do pools where it's like the boss fight, like either we get a power up or the boss does, or channel points is just it's the Twitch way of doing like viewership loyalty rewards, so to speak. You don't have to be subscribed, but if you are, I think you get more.
You
but
do get
whatever.
more if you subscribe. Yeah.
Everybody can collect them. You can do polls. You can do polls where channel points, like everybody puts in, and then it gets split up between the winners. It's just there are so many things that you can do with
My
them.
favorite thing is the betting, though.
The
for
betting
sure.
is huge, and the like viewer pools is huge. So we're still working it out. Don't but we
Panic.
are going to be
Don't panic.
moving to that system, and we're going to be experimenting with a bunch of stuff in the process. Will we decide that we hate it and move back? Possibly.
There's a chance.
Possibly.
won't know until we try.
Do we know when this is happening yet? No, because we still haven't.
I
You do.
I
Are we doing it at the season change? Or
Yeah.
So
my
like
thought is the season change.
June
So
sort of thing.
June, all of this.
Well, we
will
might
be
as well talk about this right now too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're thinking of doing a season cut, a soft reset,
Yeah,
as we may.
soft reset. Yeah.
Because of some things we're going to be introducing. This season 4 is going to turn into kind of like hey, we're experimenting with the structure, the format, changing a little bit up. And then we're thinking the characters are going to be the same.
Yeah.
The DMs are going to be the same.
Yeah.
The plot's going to be the same. The
Yeah.
theme's going to be the same. Is soft relaunch.
Yeah, Beskar. If it makes you feel better, this is 100% to persecute you. No,
No,
it's
listen,
literally
you
Hate
gave
you
too much.
specifically.
you
gave-
specifically screw
Yeah.
Beskar.
You gave too much to Mel.
Yeah.
And we took her shit with that
We
because
hate,
it's not us.
We hate your support so much. No, literally, there are just some really exciting things that we can do with channel points that we want to try.
Yeah.
If-
and
if
maybe it
YouTube
turns
had-
into a combo. Like maybe
Oh.
it turns into like a partial.
if you
If the things that we want to try with channel points on Twitch work out, I will 100%. We will do the work, whatever's required, custom coding or otherwise, to make it make our own version of
Oh,
channel
I
points.
didn't mean
or
channel
something.
points. I mean like we can do channel points and we can also do like donations for stuff. And
Right,
we
like
could
like
just-
we will
do-
figure out
Yeah. We'll
things.
Yeah.
we will
Um,
find a way for you to be able to affect the game to some
Well,
extent.
yeah.
Beskar.
There
Don't
will be.
For
there will
Beskar to be able to flex their control over my players.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna drop it, Beskar. I don't know, Beskar. Do you have a Twitch account? Because I think I'm a moderator on the Twitch, and if not, I'll become one. I can just drop you 100,000 channel points, and you can screw us over.
Yes.
The big thing for us is
The
there
channel
are.
points gives the flexibility.
Well, it gives
that-
us a bunch of flexibility, including things. One of the things that I'm really excited about is you can like create like a store for channel points. So
Yeah.
you can do things like X channel points gives an inspiration, but you can also do things like X channel points gives a long rest, and we can make it so that only one of those can be redeemed per stream.
Yeah.
And so the DM can actually control like what we're spending, because it won't be like, oh, we spend X to get long rest. It'll be like, no, somebody has to buy that channel point reward, or the community does, or whatever. And it just, we think that it's going to give DMs like way more control over the way the experience for the audience unfolds. I'm really excited about it, and it just gives us a lot more levers to pull and a lot more things to play with.
A fun thing, in addition to that, just speaking.
Yeah, I know you're
on-
trolling, Beskar. I'm aware.
We love you.
I'm aware you're
well,
trolling.
I took that 100% seriously, so thank you for the clarity. I appreciate it.
But another thing that we're considering, speaking of DMs and DMs doing things for Deadliest, is DM Inspirations is cool and all, but especially because we want consistent streams and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, we're thinking of picking a different day. Open to suggestions. I'm thinking Thursday evenings right now, where we do a build stream for the upcoming Deadliest. Especially as we mentioned, lack of like running multiple shows. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to build
Yeah,
session
yeah.
by session. Members only, and incorporating infinite stories into that, so that members have access to an infinite stories
Yes.
thing where we build, instead of spending inspiration to like upgrade the dungeon, members just build it with us.
Yeah.
While we're there.
Yeah, I don't know if we've talked about the fact that we think we're going to move to more regular build streams that are members only,
Yeah, we
don't think
haven't.
so.
So
Or-
this is my soft
or
launch for
or
a
at
lot of
least
stuff we're doing.
members enhanced. I don't know
Yeah.
if we'll actually lock it down to members only. But
Yeah, but members will be able to affect the build itself, and I think that's great because members, I want more perks for members.
Yeah, and members, by the way, will presumably include like Twitch subscribers.
It
and
will
stuff. Like,
include
it's-
Twitch
it's-
subscribers, Patreon
Yeah,
subscribers.
whoever we
and
can manage to tie together, it will
Yeah.
be anyone who's supporting
The
channel.
stream, of course, will at least the VOD will be available to
Yes,
public.
yeah.
But that we're still working out the details. But I like the idea of members being able to like pitch their
Me too.
ideas and just like
Yeah.
put the stuff in, because I don't want it to have to be like, if somebody gives me a great idea and I don't have the inspiration or whatever for it, I don't
Yeah.
want to just abandon that. I'd love to workshop it with people and make it
Yeah.
like
The other thing is like we for a build stream for normal stuff, for everything, we do run into this problem where we have an idea and we kind of talk about it, and then it gets lost in the shuffle in terms of like the potions that that you prepared. That's like people can like airdrop us potions.
Yeah.
They've kind of gotten forgotten by everybody, which is fine. But at the same time, when we move to channel points, that can just be something that
in
it's
the
like
shop.
it's right that you can just click the button and then we get a potion dropped to us, and we don't have to like remind people. We don't have to. You have to start work. Thank you for hanging out, Beskar.
Thank you
All the
very
best
much.
as always, and we'll see you soon. And don't worry, we're looking
Any
forward
of
to
the
more
changes,
trolling.
any of the changes will be officially announced. So
Yeah,
don't worry
we'll-
about anything.
We'll announce stuff. We still
Keep
have
you
some
guys in the
refinement to do, but
Take care.
enjoy
care.
work. Yeah, so
Stuff like that will remind people like what we have.
it's
which I
very
think
easy
is-
to explain to people what they can do. Even new people coming into the stream will just be like, I get it.
Airdrop potion.
I get it.
Yeah.
And then over time, if we have we might hate it. We might go back to it. But if it works, which I think it will, I think it'll work really well, then we'll figure it out from there. I mean, I can build a system where people can just go and, if people want to monetarily support, we can build a system that people can like buy
Channel points.
effectively, channel points. But I'm also not that worried about the monetary.
Me neither.
perspective.
I want it to be fun for
My
everybody.
my standpoint is I love people supporting us monetarily. It's awesome because it helps us do some stuff that we wouldn't normally be able to do. But my stance on all of the content creation has always been like, that's a nice to have. The main thing is everybody having fun.
Yeah.
Us and the audience. And if this can let you have more control of the narrative, have us in some ways have less control of the narrative, I think that's a win. So I'm looking forward to that change because
Yeah, we have a lot of fun, like, not changes, but just like
refinements
coming up to
Yeah.
the channel that I'm very excited
Yeah,
for.
and then the season 5 I think
Not
will
the
be
channel, this show,
show, yeah.
only this
Yeah.
show.
And then I think the season 5. So I don't think we ever explicitly said why the season 5. The big thing right now is if you come to Deadliest dungeon right now, we have changed things periodically, and it's no longer like a fairly consistent viewing. If you start at episode 1, there's like some janky transitions.
Yeah.
So we're restarting at level the end of the next floor essentially.
Yes.
So
We're restarting
Not floor
to
2,
season
but the
5.
end of floor 3,
Yeah.
Yep.
essentially.
We're quote unquote restarting to a new season. In reality, the only thing that's a new season about it is that we will have whatever changes we're making in terms of build streams and in terms of
Yeah, we'll
gentlemen,
take that opportunity to make that.
all of that will
Yeah.
happen as part of that reboot.
And like the other main thing is like just a good jumping in point for anyone that
Exactly.
wants to get
Yep.
into it.
So that when
Anybody
somebody comes in and
starting-
watches season 5 episode 1, they're starting at a more like baseline. That's why we're doing it. It has nothing to do. If it was just for the live show, we wouldn't do it at all. But for
Yeah.
the sake of the VODs, we think it's better to
I mean,
do that.
It's
Yeah.
almost like the
Revisit.
Tides prologue thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in all honesty, half of it is in name. Like a lot
most of it is.
in name. Yeah.
Like the people who come and watch live, they won't
Nothing
really
will change.
Nothing will change.
Outside
Well,
of,
things will
like-
change,
well, like-
but like
so,
nothing.
like, the
There
Twitch
may
stuff,
be
but-
a mild hiatus,
Yeah.
but we will discuss that at a future.
well, that's
the programming won't change.
the program. will change.
programming will not
between
be changing.
season
The
4
people
and,
and the
season 5.
stuff and everything else will change.
Yeah.
So
But yeah.
it's exciting.
And for people who want to start level 3 D&D, it'll be perfect because we'll be
We'll be level 4.
yeah, well, we'll be level 4, but that's okay.
Yes, but that's okay.
But that'll be great. I will have my horse.
You're gonna have your horse very
Which
soon.
is going to be so
It's
fucking
gonna be
weird.
so fucking
Oh
funny.
yes, it's gonna be great. Does it,
Now, can we eat your horse?
so that's an I don't.
Are you gonna
think
be
so
sad if
legally
they eat your
speaking.
horse?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Uh,
part of my very clearly part of my oath is horse is good, horse is friend, don't hurt horse.
Part of my oath
what
is
if we-
don't hurt my horse.
What if we consume it gently? What if we eat your
What
horse?
does that mean?
How good are you at
Kindly.
eating a horse from a 10-foot distance as I continuously push you 10 feet away? How good are you at that?
Oh man, I'm not gonna have to put in any PvP, huh?
I mean,
If we have horse eating, then no.
well,
No, you won't.
I could just cast fog and then run in there and eat your horse. Just take a big chunk out of it.
Oh no! Oh dear God!
It tastes horsey.
You hear that and you're just like, no!
So, I don't think it has. I don't know how much it has in traditional flesh.
Horrifying. Go on.
Well, it's a summon spell,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
and like, how much of that is like
Well, you can-
just astral energy versus?
Yeah, I see. I've always wondered about that.
Because like most of those types of things are like they just kind of dissolve into nothingness. So you bite down and then
Well, but
you
at
get
the
nothing.
same time,
it just
like
ceases to exist.
wild shape and stuff, it's like, oh yeah, the extra pieces of you just kind of like go somewhere or get produced from somewhere.
Mhm.
So like, I assume there's just a flesh dimension that just like things get summoned from.
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, you heard me.
I
Would the
mean-
horse respawn? Does it count as a death? I think
No.
if we kill Austin's horse, it 100% counts as a death.
Oh, the horse comes back with death. But I like that.
We have a whole nother spot for another companion. We have Phil, and then we have.
Oh, just you wait.
So here's the great thing. Any area in me is now a 3-for-1 apparently.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm
good
I'm
lord.
gonna plan a horse heist. I'm gonna cast fog and then run in and steal your horse.
Now you just
Okay.
need to get Dash on board, and then or Flit on
That's
board.
right.
It'll be Flit.
Yeah,
See, me
which
and Dash have a really good rapport because I gave Dash a bunch of stuff.
yeah,
And not the crossbow.
yeah.
No.
It's
That's
gonna
the
be
one-
interesting because like Solomon still has no clue that they're different people.
Yeah, I know. I know now it's gonna be real easy. Fancy dagger versus not fancy dagger.
I think it's gonna be much more obvious now. Yeah.
Well,
It's
because
gonna-
before I went, you had one dagger and he had two. So now it's obvious.
Yeah.
And then
Oh yeah. And like, we don't need to worry about any of this. Don't worry. Things will be happening.
I'm very worried about
Things will be happening.
No,
and it
you know
will
what?
be
I'm gonna not sleep until I have a resolution to it.
Is that any different than your normal day?
No,
to day?
not really.
Okay, there we go.
Not really, if we're honest.
The amount of monster energy you consume, not sponsored, is
Not sponsored for shame.
I know,
Look,
right?
I don't usually drink more than 5 a day.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes.
that sounds like a concerning number.
That is a concerning
It's-
number.
No,
It
it's
sounds like a concerning
it's
number
a good
because
number.
it is.
It's
Okay.
A good number.
Well,
It
I mean, would
sounds like a
Agent
concerning
lie to
number
me?
'cause of-
I don't think he can. So if he says it's not concerning, it's not
No,
concerning.
I can't. I'm actually incapable of lying
Yeah,
entirely.
he's like a like
And
a
you can
fairy or
believe
devil,
me
like
because
a-
I'm incapable of lying, so that has to be the
Yeah.
truth.
The worst logic riddle in
What do you mean?
existence.
If I can't lie, then how am I lying?
Yeah. What are you talking about? God.
This isn't
I mean,
even
I'm
a
following
Deadliest episode, and I'm getting PvP'd right now.
It's probably because she doesn't believe in honesty, so she doesn't think anyone can be.
Oh.
I work
that
in
makes
manufacturing.
sense.
5M monster energy a day is perfectly reasonable. Thank you, Ivacor. Thank you.
You don't drink caffeine or alcohol.
No, but I suspect other people do.
I know, but I'm gonna judge him for it.
Besides,
We do have a friend who drinks
you don't
an
have to
inordinate,
drink caffeine. You can just rub it under your eyelids.
horrifying. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure you could snort caffeine if you
You
really
can.
want to
For
get
sure.
crazy with it.
1000% you
Wouldn't
can.
recommend it, but yeah,
Mhm.
Got to get your 5 a day. That's right, Racer.
yeah.
Got to get them.
Everybody's against me.
What?
I.
So I'm
uh,
just
Truly.
here.
Huh?
I'm just here. I'm not against you.
You can walk home.
I wouldn't say I'm against you. I just think that you and everything
It
you
makes
stand
for
for
good.
is wrong.
It makes for good content
that's right.
See-
when I'm aggravated.
Yeah, I'm on the side of content and you're not, so that's why we're at odds.
Yeah, I'm not on the side of content. I'm doing this for. Actually, I would do this for fun.
I-
I can't
hang on.
even say that
Hang
because
on,
I legitimately.
Hang on, I want to switch back in because it's getting pretty. Oh, that looks so freaking
We have what?
good.
3 more pieces to put on now? Maybe 2?
Just some ladders.
Hang
and
on,
then
Well, there's
hang
the-
on.
the
I
top
want
bit.
to
there
do
is
this.
the top part, but
I want to do this quick.
I mean,
Let's
vertical it.
Yeah, I want to.
Oh.
So we'll lift it up. We'll be gentle.
It's. I don't
And
have to
then-
be. It's actually.
No, it's actually really
surprisingly
good, eh?
light.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, dude.
That's gonna be so freaking good.
Just get like a couple minis on
No,
here.
our set's still
Oh.
here.
Oh, we have mini. Yeah.
Oh my
our
god.
set just hanging out like.
That's
My our set. Oh wow, that's actually surprisingly stable.
yeah, it's not bad. And once I get the side
know
rails on, it'll be
I was
rock
trying to
solid.
dump him off, and he just didn't go. Hey, the
And he was
rails I
only
put in are
half
doing
on to
their job.
begin with.
That's so freaking good.
Oh, it's exciting!
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
So good.
I'm-
I'm thrilled.
I do find it funny that I would just make this for fun.
I
if
mean,
given the opportunity.
I don't blame you. It's the sort of thing that you could totally hang on the
Frame
wall.
and put
Yeah,
up.
Maybe
Honestly,
maybe we
that's
will.
what we should do.
Yeah, we'll just I'll like the acrylic. We'll just cut a new one.
Yeah.
I'll build the side rails like because I'm gonna do it out of some walnut that I already have,
Mhm.
but then it'll just slide in and out. But once we're done with it, I'll do a complete frame and we'll like put it up.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm considering if I need the upper 3, but
It would be
5
why
monster,
would
my
you
god.
not?
First of all, Bezgar, you said you were leaving. 5 monster, my god, Adrian. Someone tell this man he isn't a construction worker, and also I'm gonna need to book a flight to a
oh, he's
funeral
worse.
soon.
He's worse than a construction worker. He works in fucking software.
Yeah, exactly. We used to joke at one point that my heart was gonna burst out of my chest and go racing down the street.
Look,
I'm a big guy. I've got ADHD. Caffeine does not affect
it's
me.
not
I mean,
worse than me taking a microdose of meth
Yeah,
every
like
morning.
don't get me wrong. It's a stimulant.
Yeah, but a
yes,
doctor
it's-
agreed
it's-
that.
But
Yeah, And then when they fucked up my prescription, I chugged an energy drink 2 times a day
Yeah.
to like try to mimic it, and it was worse for me. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have fairly high dose methamphetamine. Well, not methamphetamines, amphetamines.
yeah.
Prescribed for ADHD, which I don't usually take. I just caffeinate instead.
I
but-
think I was on the coke one, and not the meth one.
I mean, they're all coke essentially. Like they're all amphetamines. They're
Yeah,
all-
I mean there were like 2 distinct different ones between what is it, Ritalin and I forget the name of the other one.
Well, the one that I took,
Adderall.
the
you're
one that I
Adderall,
take
yeah.
is Concerta, which I think is Ritalin.
That's
I
it.
think it's the same as.
yeah,
yes.
it's considered an Adderall.
Yeah.
And like
I'm on Vyvanse, which I think is an Adderall.
I think so.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure. I like Vyvanse. It's not bad. There are definitely there are other medications out there. Talk to your doctor if your stuff isn't working.
Yeah,
for
none
you.
of what we're saying should ever be considered medical advice.
Because there's a lot of options, and there's some options that I'm like legitimately like this would work better for
Yeah.
me, and I want to talk to them about it.
But
But also healthcare's.
it's a
Welcome-
thing in Canada right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure is, and they're making it more of a thing.
Oh, yeah.
in Ontario.
Yeah. Yeah, we I for years didn't realize. I never said I was leaving. I said I was starting work.
That's fair.
Fair.
You
That's
know
a
what?
good point.
Yeah.
You got us there.
Fair. We for years I didn't realize that I had ADHD. I was like, I
That's just how my
procrastinate,
brain
whatever.
works. Yeah.
But I was talking to somebody who had been diagnosed and at work, and they were like, "Oh, you have ADHD," and I'm like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah, you should like go and talk to somebody." So I did, and it was hilarious because the ADHD meds are wildly overprescribed. Just FYI. But the test that they gave me had all of the correct answers like shaded in, so that if you just wanted to get diagnosed, you could just tick all the
that's
boxes in a
hysterical.
shaded spot. But I'm going down the list, and it's talking about like picking at like facial hair and stuff, and like there's like a bunch of different things that's like these are all like potential flags, and I'm like, huh, yeah, yep, yep.
It's also incredibly funny when my boss, actually, at the place I work, I love it, recently got diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 32, 33.
Yeah, that's about when I did.
And we were talking at like a company party, and I was like, yeah, I've done a lot of research personally since I got diagnosed, because I'm that kind of person. And I was like, yeah, gastrointestinal issues are very comorbid, hypermobility. And he goes, oh yeah, and like bends his entire finger backwards. And I was like,
Yeah.
so yes.
Yep.
We were also talking about like low blood pressure, like all of that stuff. It's all comorbid. It's very human brain and body is very, very.
Well,
very
yeah, this is one of the things with anything where you're talking about like ADHD or other common, I guess, mental illnesses.
it's not an illness, but
yeah. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
disorder. I don't know. It's something.
yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like the spectrum when it comes to ADHD is incredibly broad.
Yes.
I have
Same with autism.
Yeah. what I would consider fairly aggressive ADHD, but I also know people who have like truly aggressive ADHD, and it's a whole different ballgame. And then there's a lot of people that it's like, yeah, I'm sure you do technically have it, but you need to drink a couple of coffees a day and call it a day. Like that's the level that you're at.
Yeah,
Well,
like a lot close to that. Like I got diagnosed at the age of like they were just like everyone is doing it, so you child
Yes, there was
clearly have
there was
it.
a
And,
period
like,
there. Yeah,
But it was only for
It's also,
it
like-
was only for male kids. Funny enough.
I mean, my sister
Mo-
both got diagnosed. I
certainly
believe it's
more
at the same
prevalent,
time.
yeah.
More prevalent for
But
I got No, sorry, finish your thought.
But yeah, it's one of those things that's like, as a kid, much more severe than me now.
I
Like,
mean,
me as a
also-
kid, with having the medication versus not having the medication, it was very apparent to me. I don't take any
Also,
medication for it these
in
days.
fairness, you stick any kid in the schooling system, and they're
Yes.
going to be fidgety, non-attentive dickheads.
Well,
You
yeah.
you take someone who has even a touch of ADHD and put them in that, and yeah, of course.
And then, of course, in Ontario, we have the gifted program, which,
Yeah.
as every person I've talked to who's also come out of that program has figured out by the end of high school, we've pretty much figured it out. it was just kind of a place where they shoved all the neurodivergent kids into one spot and went,
There was
"Good
an
luck."
element of that.
Yeah.
All of us have ended up with something that we're just like, oh man, because we just succeeded enough in school that we slipped through the cracks of a lot of stuff.
Wow, the
And-
the entire gifted program was very
That's
much a situation of we don't know what to do with you, so you can go and
Do whatever.
do things
Yeah.
together at least. Which I mean,
To an extent was good, but also learned zero coping strategies for anything I was dealing with. Which, yeah, there's an element to it, but it was really funny of just like, oh, we all realized we have a touch of like different ways of thinking, and
yeah. Well, I mean,
high school crushed a lot of us completely and totally.
well, high school crushes everybody. That's the whole
That's
point of the
true,
schooling system. Just to be
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
Are you perfect for the workforce yet? Nope. Okay, time to break you a bit more.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I have any strong opinions about our education system
I
or
do.
anything, but
So many. But yeah, it was a time.
yeah, no,
and
for
hey,
sure. But yeah. So, anyways, I drink a lot of caffeine because I was taking Concerta for a while,
Mhm.
and then I would wake up in the middle of the night feeling like I was dying from what
Oh.
felt
Yeah.
like food poisoning.
and it's probably not for
Fun.
you. Yeah.
It was I took it for a while and it was fine, and then it became an issue, and I'm guessing something changed in my sleep patterns or something, because Concerta is a biopump, so it like the idea is that it delivers over a 12-hour course consistently.
Yeah.
And I think that has to do with the stomach acidity and everything else.
Yes.
And so I'm guessing something happened which made it like not release as much and then like fucking dump it in the middle of the night or something.
What
Not great.
I'm looking for, actually, one of the things I want to change is finding an ADHD medication that's not related to stomach acidity.
Yeah.
Because I have plenty of tummy issues. So
Yeah.
Vyvanse is one where you can't have any your stomach acidity affects it greatly.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's annoying to me, so I'm looking for alternatives. But that's the thing, is there's always alternatives, and you just have to find what works for you.
Yeah, and ADHD is one of the things that blissfully it can in most cases, not all, maybe not even most in fairness, but in a lot of cases, it can be managed by just creating a lifestyle that
An
that is-
environment that works
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's one of those
and drinking
things-
tons of Monster.
Yeah.
don't do that.
Beskar says he diagnosed at 7, and the amount of testing doctors that I saw was extraordinary. Been on every medication
Ooh.
possible, and now I don't need meds to manage it, which is great.
Yeah,
It's always good when you can. That looks so fucking good.
That looks fantastic.
I mean, physical activity. One of the reasons that I struggle with it is because I do software. I don't move around a lot. I mean, I try to, but like
It's
Yeah.
hard.
inherently, when you're writing software, part of your job is not moving around very much.
A physical job has helped me so
It helps a lot.
significantly.
It helps a lot.
Absolutely. Also, I learned that I do have muscle definition in my arms.
There you go.
Who
Yeah.
knew? Not
There
me.
you
But
But
I
yeah,
used to have some of that, and
yeah.
then I stopped working a physical job,
Yep.
and then
That'll get
suddenly
you.
it's gone. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, no, honestly, like, I also attribute a lot of my creativity, a lot of my like drive for creative
Oh,
work,
for
a
sure.
lot of my drive for like, I guess it's a little more autism for the research side, but like that comes down to how my brain works, and I don't hate how my brain works. It just sometimes needs a little help
Sure.
to do
I mean,
things.
it's one of those things
that's
that,
okay.
like, at a different time wasn't considered a problem. It's
Yeah.
just in today's mold, it's not the
well,
best.
fundamentally, this is part of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you are able to kind of just work for your existence and not force somebody else between the hours of 9 to 5 and don't you dare take breaks, a large part of the spectrum of various mental conditions weren't that big of a deal.
Yeah. No, like all
When
that
you try and
stuff.
shoehorn everybody into the exact same cookie cutter, suddenly neurodivergence comes into play, and it's like, well, a lot of that is just personality that we
Oh.
just call neurodivergence.
Yeah, a lot of that is just, hey, we don't work in a typical 9 to 5, and you go, you're weird.
Yeah, exactly.
not
You're
conforming.
broken. It's
Yeah.
like, well, no, actually.
Actually, I do other things perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
it's like realistically, humans were not meant to do that. So
If
Yeah.
I could just build replicas of props all day,
Yeah, I
I'd
mean-
be the happiest person.
I mean,
on
this is
Earth.
the thing, right? Like a lot of, and not to say that neurodivergence isn't a thing, but a lot of neurodivergence is really just everybody's neurodivergence. There is no perfectly standard human being.
Yeah. It's just a mold that we're not fitting into, and they go, you gotta fucking
Yeah,
do it, or else you
it's-
die of starvation
Yeah,
and homelessness.
which
and that's
you know,
a little cruel,
fair, I guess. That's how world works, but
but
it's-
hey. Anyway,
yeah,
so, back to Deadliest Dungeon, which is what we're here to talk about.
maybe.
We're here to
Are
talk about
we?
what we want to.
I just have a couple final thoughts.
Okay.
Which is
2 final thoughts. You heard her.
we are going to have a actual set stream with everybody here for discussing any changes and upcoming structural stuff regarding Deadliest Dungeon, which will happen after the end of Floor 2. It's going to
Yes.
be called a State of the Dungeon stream.
Yes.
I may even consider, if I have access to it, editing it down and posting it a condensed
We can
version,
do this.
or
You can
posting a
certainly.
condensed version of like point form notes.
yeah, we can do this.
Something along those lines, just to make sure that even if you're not available for the stream, we
Yeah.
get the information to people. That
We will also post things in Discord, but we
Yes.
Yeah.
ideally will have both.
Yes. Second thought is that, yeah, this will be in a slightly different state when we come back to it next week, but this is
Why?
largely what it will look like.
It'll be standing up on its own for one thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I am very glad that I got to fully realize my vision of our final fight,
It
rather
looks
than
so
like.
freaking good.
I'm glad instead of like
So-
rushing into it, we got
Yeah.
the time to chat and like get this.
Build streams are great.
How
Go ahead.
quick to just break it and ruin it? So all of this effort, this vision,
Oh,
just
I mean,
destroyed
I've got my
immediately.
hammer over here. It wouldn't take long.
I was
So
just
this
thinking
stream will
Solomon
end with a
just
bloodbath
going
as I
like-
kill both Adrian and Austin, and we will start with a new party next week.
We just find some flaw or something and go like, yep, it's done. And just Mal sitting there going like, no, to play in the area. No, we're not leaving this room yet.
we
If
we,
you guys find a way to leave the room, I'm gonna be very.
we walk in,
impressed.
take a look at it.
Nah.
Nah.
Actually, we're gonna like join the scavenging team and just hang
Yeah,
out.
what
in
if we
this
just
room.
D&D's a free form thing, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
what if we just
That's
never
right.
leave here?
You broke my Deadliest Dungeon format now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the funniest result for that, and it was actually a suggestion from a friend of mine, for what happened with Adrian and the AI, is that you guys do that. You have a whole life, you grow old, you die, you come back with
And then you
another.
wake up. Yeah.
Yeah, you come back with another thing, and yeah,
Yep.
you're forced to move on after having the memories of an entire life behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
for
it's that Mario meme.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That, and it is like, I love that. So
That's great.
depending on what your characters decide to do,
Yeah, but then he can do it as true trauma and just go run for a second trip.
that's true.
It's fine.
So-
it's fine.
I think he still wins.
State of the dungeon. What do I have to do to get the keymaster back into the?
I think.
Deadliest dungeon. Yes.
I don't think there's a
there was,
world
There
where-
was some typo there, so I can
Tom
drop the
has
biggest bounty
said that
to
there's
everyone.
no world in which the Keymaster
Yeah,
ever comes back to Deadliest.
Yeah.
Tom has said that he will never let the keymaster get killed in Deadliest Dungeon at this point. Which, I mean, I guess that's fair.
That is his character, and it is his decision. I will welcome it if it ever happens. I am fully okay with it never happening.
But the good thing is that when I start running Shadowrun, I can have a character called the Keymaster that dies just at the drop of a hat every single series.
It's just a title that just
Oh,
constantly
no.
people
Yeah,
are filling in.
exactly. Yeah,
And
Oh,
I
they didn't realize that's the-
fully intend to troll the shit out of Tom
And
with
see,
Oh, get the Master of Keys back in.
see,
it's
I
just-
just don't plan on antagonizing the person that allows me to do the things I love
that's
and invited me to do this.
That's fair.
Look,
Counterpoint, it's
It's
Tom.
funny.
Counterpoint, it's hilarious, totally. And I fully welcome anybody else to do it.
Yeah. No, I am 100%. I just haven't decided with Shadowrun whether I'm going to have it like a TV show that they see all the time that has like,
Oh, that'd be funny.
like sort of like Tom and Jerry, except that like they're actually getting the Keymaster each time,
Yep.
and just have it playing on billboards and stuff, or if I'm actually going to have a character in
I
the
do
world.
adore the billboards thing. Though.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm leaning towards the show because then I can also potentially have like little stupid animated clips at some point
Oh,
that like we can
yeah.
post to the website. That's like watch the Keymaster get killed over and over and over.
Oh, yeah,
Never said he had to be a willing participant. That's totally fair.
that
Yeah.
is true.
I mean, we've got to have his mini somewhere here.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Oh man, but yeah, even like we say changes, it's not going to be a ton of huge things.
The
And
only
we've made
significant
adjustments this season
yeah.
already as
Yeah.
well. So.
The only significant change will be we're going to try out channel points because we really
Yeah.
want to see. There's so many things you can do with it you can't do other ways.
And consistent
um,
build streams.
And consistent build streams, which is, I mean, that's just more of us getting into the groove.
Yeah.
We weren't even sure if build streams were a good idea to begin with, but they're fun, they're effective, and it gives us a chance to yap.
Yeah.
Sorry, it gives us a chance to yap.
And on that, we will see you next week where we throw our sad, unwilling little adventures
Off of a skyscraper, apparently.
Off of a skyscraper.
Okay. I
Alright.
mean, at least it's on a barrel. I'll take being shot.
Oh, there's gonna be barrels.
Yeah.
There will be barrels.
There's gonna be barrels. It's gonna be awful. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody.
Bye.
We love you. We'll see you soon.